G'day guys and welcome to the Centre Bounce for another live watch-along. This is a watch-along of my boys, the Bombers, against the Gold Coast Suns in what is the last game of the home and away season. It really feels like we're in after-school detention right now. That's what it feels like. It feels like we're in after-school detention. And we have to stick around for one more week to watch a bit more torture. Velo, good to see you, my friend. Time for Gold Coast to choke their way out of finals. Man, if Gold Coast choke this, it would be the biggest choke job of all time. It would be an even bigger choke. It would be an even bigger choke than when Melbourne conceded the biggest three-quarter time margin in the history of the game. That's how big of a choke it would be. How could you go from guaranteed top four to missing finals at home? No, against this team. Against literally the third string VFL team. There is no way the Suns drop this. No way. Boston, the prisoner of war. Hey, Joe, I'm new to the channel. Just like and subscribe. Boston, much love. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you enjoy this stream. You've come in at an interesting time. Literally the last game of the season, but welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Hope we have an interesting time tonight. Henry, hey, I would be so happy if the Bombers, bro. If we knocked out the Suns tonight, I'm going to call in sick and not go into work tomorrow. If we win tonight, I'm calling it sick, is all I'll have to say, but it ain't happening. Uncle Akka, how you doing, bruv? How you doing, man? Good to see ya. Jack is here. G'day, Jack. Tuning in from Albania. You wouldn't believe it, the ring didn't arrive in time. Bit sad about it, but we'll do it when I'm home sometime. Oh, man, it sucks to hear, man. It sucks to hear, but look, to be fair, you don't want to be taking a nice big diamond ring to Albania, is all I'll say. All I'll say is best to keep it at home and don't worry about it. You'll be right. You do it when you get back and you pop the box with that big rock back home where you're safe and sound. Enjoy Albania, my man. Enjoy it. Have a good one. Boston, thanks, man. I support Pies, but I hope the Bombers win. I got a soft. Wow, you're a rare Pies supporter with a soft spot for the Bombers. Well, good to see you, Boston. I must be honest, I don't have a very soft spot for the Pies. I do have all of my cousins. They're all Pies supporters. And they do love giving me shit every time they beat us. So I've unfortunately been hardened a little bit against the Pies. But for you, I will be nice tonight. You're pretty much like every side. Look, the way I see it, Boston, for us to love our teams as much as we do, we have to love football more. Because what is our team without the footy? You know what I mean? Like, what is our team without football? So for us, I think for us diehard supporters, footy is number one. And it doesn't matter who is playing, you'll sit down and you'll watch it. So first your love is football, and then your love is to your team. So I completely understand where you're coming from. Jack, having a lovely holiday by the beach. Beers and cocktails every day. Cheap food, couldn't ask for anything better. 30 degrees and $4. Oh my God. I need to get to Albania ASAP, Jack. You've basically painted a description of heaven on earth. Holy shit. I gotta get myself to bloody Albania. Yo, Langy, how you doing? Nice of you to join. Welcome to the channel. Yes, this is my channel here, the Centre Bounce with Big J, who normally doesn't tune into these live watch-alongs. Thank you for joining. Hope we do well tonight. I'm not a supporter that just banters everyone like typical Pies. You're a good one. You're a good one. Welcome, Boston. The game has started, apparently. All right. Well, for me, the ball's just been bounced First hit out. It's Noah Anderson. Gets away from Merritt. Gets a kick away. High ball inside forward 50. And it's a mark to Ben Long. Or is it not? No, it's not. All right, we've got a ball up. Surprised it wasn't paid the mark. Oh, hit the ground. All right, I see the other angle. Ball now tapped forward by Witts. It hits the deck. Anderson, a fresh airy. Merritt picks the ball up. Tries to fan it out wide. It's not a great kick. This is marked by Fiorini. Drops the ball short. Finds Tuke Miller. That's not 15. Play on is the call. High ball forward. Well done. Sam Durham comes in with a courageous grab, and he looks really sore as a result. He's looking side to side. He retreats. Crazy enough, he goes backwards. Just when you thought you couldn't go any further back, this is now Roberts in the defensive goal square. They seem to be playing man-on-man at the moment, the Suns. Forced to go long and wide. One-on-one. Sadal to bring the ball to Garan. This is Rao. Flicks the ball over the top. Good tackle by Durham. That's got to be behind the ball umpire. That's not a handball. Tuke Miller to Noble. He gets through 3 tacklers. Rao kicks the ball forward 50. It's in the air, and it's a mark to this guy with the man bun. I keep forgetting his name. What's the guy with the man bun's name? But it's just the strength of the Suns busting their way through all the tackles at the moment. Won't be long. Just thought I'd take it, eh? Oh, thanks for joining, Jack. Much love, bro. Shot on goal is a miss, and the Bombers let off the hook. Oh, Boston with the 99 cents. You did not have to do that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Redman to Shield. Back to Redman. Tries to run the ball out. Lowers the eyes. Hits Durham. Gee, you can tell we missed Durham with him on the ball. Looks up. Tries to hit the short target. He does. This is Langford. Very far from home. Looking to lower the eyes of the Bombers. He lowers the eyes. Finds Roberts. Wheels around. Sinks his foot into it. Inside forward 50. Peter Wright flies. Ball hits the deck. Rao. Fires off the handball to Noble, but it's a turnover. McGrath to Merritt to Durham. He misses. Gee, Witts gets in the way. Not a great handball. Slapped away by Langford, and the ball is held up. We're going to have a throw up about 60 metres out. Oh, a bit further now. Jeez, what am I looking at? The tap down by Goldie. Durham, that's a bit of a throw, but gets away with it. Merritt hacks the ball mid-air, inside forward 50. It's a race. Lual puts some pressure on Newland, and there we have a forward 50 stoppage for the Bombrays. Charles, hope you're doing well, my man. Lovely warm night on the Gold Coast. Oh, yeah, it's always warm at the Gold Coast, isn't it? I believe his name is Wanker. Well, thank you, Velo, for correcting him. His name is Jara. Beautiful, thank you. Good to see you, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Not a bad start by the Bombers so far. They've been competitive. They're not getting embarrassed here. But, of course, early days. Ball up. Rowell on McGrath. Sockers the ball forward. Tuke Miller dives on it. Good tackle pressure there by Roberts. But very clean here by the Suns. They work the ball outside. Clears the ball out wide. Clark flies for against Humphrey. Jay Humphrey just stands up in the tackle, shrugs off Pryor way too easily, and then Laverty caught out of position against King. That's a bit of a mismatch, but nothing much that can happen. The Bombers just need to stick these tackles. These tackles can't continuously be broken all the time. And if you're slipping tackles, you're just basically caught out of position, and that's exactly what's happened. We've got now King, Ben King, lining up for goal. Very, very short, very easy kick, and he nails it. There you go. First one of the game to the Suns. It is 1-1, plays nothing to the Bombers. 16 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock in this first quarter. I'm not a big fan of GWS since Green and the side are a bunch of flogs in my opinion, so I hope they play a tough opponent like the Hawks or the Dogs. Yeah, the thing is, I feel like the Dogs might be a good matchup for them. Because I think the Dogs would win out in the midfield. But at the same time, I don't know. Who would I rather see against GWS? The Hawks or the Dogs? I don't know. I think the Hawks are a better team. The Hawks are obviously more competitive against top 8 sides. If the Dogs were to make it, they are flat track bullies. So I'm not entirely sure how much of a scalp the Doggies would how much of a chance they are realistically. Ball back into play now. Kako playing in the middle. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. He's looking for Peter Wright. He's been pushed out. Well read there by Mac Andrew. Takes the intercepting mark. Now he clears D50. Looking for Witz. And he's found him. Witz the big boy. Plays on immediately. A couple of dance steps here. Kicks the ball up the wing. Not a very good kick. Pryor. On ground level. Fends off Took. Fires a handball to McGrath, who unfortunately slips at the worst possible moment and the ball trickles out of bounds. St Kilda getting TDK, Ryan, Alir, Flanders, and McKenzie. Well, who are they paying in the first place, Velo? Who was the big name star that they were playing? I don't think they were using all of their salary cap to begin with. Perkins gets in the way of the handball. Did well. We now have a secondary stoppage. Goldie and Witz continue to fight it out. Goldie taps the ball forward. There was a whistle, but advantage is paid. High and long inside forward 50. And that just seems to be the modus operandi for the Suns. Just kick the ball high and long, and we've got no height to bring it to ground. Just kick the ball high and long, and the Bombers got no height down there. Jara, well read. The marking is definitely not in our favour at this point in time. Plays on, and he absolutely mungs that kick. No one flew for it. Wow, the Bombers get away with it here. If this mark can be... Yes, it is. Good. Now, this is Dersma. Decides to switch it up again. Well played. This is now Newen. He's got Redmond running side to side. Decides to go the inboard. This might work. But now it's a 2-on-1 in the air. Guelphy on ground level, but immediately just hooks the ball around. And it is cut off once again by the Suns. They've got numbers here. What's Yulin going to do? Decides to lower the eyes and absolutely spear an absolute bullet onto King's chest. That was a brilliant kick. You can just tell the difference in class between these two teams at the moment. One can't exit and move the ball forward. The other lacing out wonderful passes like that. I think Essendon has to win for them to play finals because Gold Coast will play finals. Nah, bro. Essendon ain't winning, man. Essendon are bottom 4. It's not happening. King now waltzes in from top of the 50. It's a beautiful kick. And he gets it in there and he's happy. He's got the finger wagging. He's got the finger wagging his kick, King. And there's now 13 plays, nothing at the moment. Henry, sad the Lions made the top 4. They're going to smack my team in the Cats. Look, the Lions are a very good team. They are the premiers for a reason. And they're not afraid of the MCG anymore. But you guys, I don't know, like the Cats, you can never discount the Cats. They are probably the best run team in all of football. But you really haven't had much of a challenge in the last few weeks, is the problem. You've had a lot of easy games. So you might be a little soft at the moment. Whereas the Lions have had to bust their gut. So I feel like the Lions are a bit more match-hardened at the moment. If the Bombers lose, I'm going to be very upset with you. I'm not going to be upset personally. It was almost an inevitable outcome. Perkins hoists the ball inside forward 50. Ball hits the deck. Can the Bombers get some repeat inside 50s here? They work by hand. McMahon looking for Lual. Picks it up to Shield. Retreats to Guelphy. Trying to find Pryor. Lots of pressure here by the Suns. You can tell they're playing for finals. Kick around the corner. Shield. Hoist the ball inside forward 50. Durham with an acre of space. This for the Bombers' first score of the night. It wasn't a pretty kick by Shield. I mean, let's be real. When is it ever? But he hit it to the right spot. Good vision. And this is, of course, Shield's last game for the Bombers tonight. $3.8 million for 2 players is insane. But they're trying to fix up the club. They want to be competitive. And using money might be a way to do it. And Durham kicks the goal for the Bombers. There is a pulse. There is hope. First goal of the game for the Dons. They are down by 7 points. Sammy Durham. King's radar. Yeah, man. King is switched on tonight. He may get 10. Look, he'll probably do what Harry Mackay failed to do last week. I mean, what did Harry Mackay score last week? He definitely was very inaccurate. So looks like King might rectify that tonight. At least if the Bombers lose, they can go to the beach tomorrow. Bro, they might be hitting the beach tonight. They might hit the club right after the game. You never know. If the Pies get knocked out early, I'm going to go for my third favourite side, which is the Crom. Because one of my good mates is mates with James Peatling. Yo! What a small world. That's really cool. He's been a very good pickup for the Crows this year, James Peatling. We're back in the middle again. Shield with the first clearance. Retreats to Perkins. Goes by hand to Durham. Slips, but manages to get up just in time. Ball trickles out wide. Clark, he's tackled very, very strongly. Didn't have the pill. The tackle lingered for too long. Free kick to Clark. He's got Sard running on the side. Does not use him. Looks like he might just go high and long, perhaps. Is that what he's going to do? That's exactly what he does. Puts it top of the goal square. McMahon flies. Can't mark. Guelphy on the ground. Snaps it. That's not going to be a score. Collins, he receives. And the Suns look to run it out by hand. But they're inviting pressure. If this tackle can stick. Gee, these Hollywood handballs are all working now for the Suns. Wits with a centimetre perfect kick. Oh, geez, this is just not going to be our night by the looks of things. Good pressure by the Bombers, but the Suns are a little bit too good. High and long. The ball flies. Ball hits the deck. Humphrey. What the hell was that? He just put it in front of Long. Well done, Laverty. He crashes in. Gets a tap away. But Humphrey is waiting on the ground. And he's dribbler. Oh, got a very unlucky bounce. Bounces at right angles and goes through for a minor score. Well done, Laverty. Put his body on the line there. He wore that solid contact from Long like a champ. And it's a minor score, 2-2-14. Plays 1 goal straight, 6. Roberts bombs the ball out of there. Right flies. Humphrey is being an absolute wrecking machine. How the hell was that a handball, umpire? That was clearly a throw, but it doesn't even matter. It's a play on call. Ball hits the deck inside the Suns forward 50. I don't even know how Laverty handled that ball, but I don't want to ask. Clark, under immense pressure, did very well. To Shield, lowers the eyes, and he finds Merritt, middle of the D50. Anderson on the mark. What's he going to do? Nothing really obvious. So he goes out wide, and he finds Old Gold in potentially his last game. What a great warrior he's been this year, Old Gold, Todd Goldstein. Who's he got running by? He's got Roberts. He lowers the eyes. He finds Sard. This is just a blind kick round the corner. It's a turnover. The Suns can now attack through the corridor. This is dangerous stuff. Took Miller, wide open is Ben Long. Inside forward 50. Just go back and take your kick, mate. You'll be fine. Terrible kick there. Terrible kick. Turnover in a very poor spot of the ground. And then the corridor was all wide open. Essendon doing a nudie run when they lose at surface. Hey, it'll be nighttime. You never know. It might not be too many people on the beach to catch the nudie run. You catch the... Yeah, I saw it, man. I'm trading her out, unfortunately, from the fantasy team. Ben Long steps up to the plate, and he chokes it. Another minor score for the Suns. You're wearing a Bombers jumper? I am wearing an... This is an Indigenous Essendon hoodie, designed by Tip and Woody. So I do like wearing it. It's very comfortable. Ball goes to the outer wing. Dersma tracking the ball, but it just trickles out of bounds. Merritt is underrated and deserves a Brownlow soon. The problem is we're not winning enough games to give him a chance to win the Brownlow. Unfortunately, I don't think he will win one at the Bombers. Unfortunately, is the problem. Ball back into play. Perkins to Shield with a look-away handball to Dersma. Didn't get a lot of purchase on the kick. I was touched off the boot, was the call. Fiorini to Jeffrey, I don't know where I got Jefferson from. And they're just working the handball really well tonight, the Suns. That was a terrible bounce. Kicks inside forward 50. It's a one-on-one contest. Blackiston does all right against Jura, and the ball trickles out of bounds. Stop asking for a free kick, mate. You're going to win tonight. Just calm it down. I don't know what he was thinking. It was very bad thinking, though. Not much in the thinking department. Chris, thoughts on his hit on Lav? That wasn't a very good hit, but thankfully Lav got up and wore it like a champ. Goldie gives away a free kick. No, he is the recipient of a free kick. Love to see it. Come on. Goldie in defense. Just looking nothing obvious. So he's just going to hoist it. That's what he does. He's looking for Peter. Ball hits the deck. Menzie, he's playing his last game for the club, you would imagine, too. Collins now. He just steps around him, gets a kick away. Even these lunging kicks are working perfectly for the Suns. Shield to Roberts. He fumbles under this Gold Coast heat. Rao to Rioli. Oh, good pressure there by Guelphy. How was that disposed, umpire? I have no idea. McGrath, nice sidestep. He kicks it out in front of, this is 2-meter Peter. He finally picks the ball up. He's looking for someone to present. So instead he goes top of the goal square, looking for Lual. Can't take the mark. And a golden opportunity goes begging. Good forward pressure there by Langford. Oh, they get out of trouble, and they're going to hit through the corridor. Perfect kick there by Noble. He's got Rioli running by. It's a runway through the middle of People First Stadium. Roberts can't go with him, and it's a beautiful kick straight to King. Oh, man. The Bombers are trying. They're trying hard. They're like trying to swing. They're like a kid trying to swing their arms to hit a taller bloke who's just holding their head at bay. It's a little unfortunate, but the Suns are too good at the moment. Dogs fans in the house. Absolutely. Woof, woof, says Uncle Akka. It's a very cool. Oh, thanks, Boston. Oh, you're going? Gotta go. Have a good one, Boston. Thank you so much for joining and subscribing. Have a good night, mate. And King kicks yet another. King kicks another. King really is on board. We had Mad Monday and then trained on Tuesday. Well, at least you got your Mad Monday out of the way, because there's just no way we're getting the win here tonight. Bit of a cheap shot. Look, it's hard for him to stop on a dime. He has to contest the football, and he was going really fast. Plus, it's slippery, dewy conditions. Like, it's impossible to stop on a dime. So I don't mind the collision personally, but I personally, I'm personally seeing them as throws, but I don't know. It might be bias. I might be biased seeing it as the throw, but yeah, they're not being called as throws. Therefore, the disposal is just being too good, too clean. Ball out of the midfield. McGrath, claimed by Rao. Anderson feeds the ball forward. Beautiful pickup by Rao. He just turns in the tackle. Flanders, low dribbler. What a pickup by Took Miller. Feeds it to Rao. Back to Anderson. On the left. What a beautiful kick. Oh my God. The Suns are playing champagne football tonight. And they find King yet again. Oh, this is ridiculous. The Suns are playing sparkling football. We can't pick the ball up to save our lives, and they are just taking everything. All of the kicks are to perfection, the handballs to perfection, and King lining up for goal number 4. He's kicked one from this exact same spot just before. He got a bit too close to the man on the mark this time, and that is his first blemish of the night. A minor score. 3 goals for, 22. Plays 1 goal straight, 6. Redman takes a bounce. Not sure what to do, so he just kicks the ball long to a contest. Looking for right. Ball hits the deck. Merritt's tracking it. But there's all these Suns unaccounted for in the middle of the ground. This is terrible setup by the Bombers. Good tackle again by Merritt, but there's always another option available by hand. Yuland kicks the ball further afield. Another perfect pass. They are just all over us at the moment. Kicks in board. Finds Flanders top of the 50. And he's going to just go back. Pretend to have a shot. No, he drops it in short. This is Took Miller. In a harder spot to kick from, to be fair. And you can tell he's going to pass it off. He ain't going for goal here. You can tell by the eyes. He's dropping it short. And guess who it is? Noah Anderson now, lining up for goal. It's all just a little bit too easy at the moment now. The skills and the class gap is on full display. If one arm is pinned, then it magically travels to a teammate, then something's fishy. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Chris. Well, the AFL website has just spoiled it for me. It looks like Noah Anderson has kicked the goal. Starts it right and brings it back to perfection. Beautiful kick there by Noah Anderson. 4 goals for. Plays 1 goal, 1 solitary goal. The Suns are looking to really book in their spot, their maiden final spot this year. Nando, the All-Australian VC. Well, I would think so, considering that this is their first year making it to finals. His first year as the captain. I think he's played a fantastic game. And he's had a fantastic season today. I reckon he should be. I reckon he should be the vice captain. Load footy scores. We don't like this website. We don't like the AFL website. Prefer doing the footy scores.net. We can. Ball back into play. Rowell with a beautiful one take to Anderson. Gets away from Shield. Takes a bounce. Wobbling ball inside forward 50. Blackiston is first. Ball in dispute. Nguyen caught in a tackle. Very strong. There you go. Everyone's going to ground. Dersma fights his way through 2. Did very well. Roberts, nice clean handball to Merritt. Kicks it out wide. Guelphy finds the ground ball. He's looking for someone, but he can't find it. It was Durham. Yuland, he just dropped the ball, umpire. That's going to be holding the ball. Nah, no free kick given. The Bombers trying to run it by hand, but great pressure there by the Suns. Everything they try to do is under pressure, the Bombers. There's always someone in their face. And the Suns cause yet another front half turnover. Pump the ball high and long inside forward 50. It's a fly. Ball hits the deck. Buderick out to Flanders. Puts a dance move on Durham. Goes back. That's not 15 is the call. Oh, another dance step. Gee, the Suns are playing with supreme confidence, and why wouldn't they be? Oh, somehow dropped the mark there for Fiorini, but it flicks a handball out to Noble. This is Took. Puts the ball in front of whoever that was. And then the ball's now inside. Oh, Durham flies yet again. Can't mark. Nguyen, Laverty, McGrath, Shield, back to McGrath. Stripped by Anderson. Goes with the check side. And he kicks yet another goal. What a goal there by Anderson. Oh, he stripped the football and goes with the check side. This is probably the best quarter of football I have ever seen from the Suns. And what a time to do it. They had to win to make it to finals football. All of the pressure was on them to get the result. And what a performance thus far. Jeez, that was sensational. Sons of the West have become comfortably numb. Yeah, nah, they're not doing that, man. Yeah. Sons of the West, good night. Not happening. Freed from Desire song playing a crack at Western Bulldogs. They were blasting that song in finals. Yes, I do think so. Wasn't it Gold Coast versus Essendon Mac? Yes, correct. That was after the siren kicked the goal. Ball back into play. Rao with the clearance puts it inside forward 50, and Long takes the mark on the lead. This is genuinely the best quarter of football I have ever seen from the Suns. Genuinely the best quarter I have ever seen. They cannot do wrong tonight. Yeah, as this is part of the weekly stream. Fair enough. Doing the footy scores. Oh, there's a 50-meter penalty for some reason. That was last year. No. Wait, was it last year? The Mac Andrew got after the siren? Or was it the year before? It actually was last year. Yeah, it was last year. Yep. No freeze against Nepo Baby or Geelong. Well, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but Long's very happy, kicks the goal. F you, Nando. Where was this the last 3 weeks? I know he decides to put on an absolute clinic in the game where it doesn't even matter anymore. But he's playing a captain's game. In my opinion, this stat screen is too small to read on the phone. Oh, yeah, it is very hard to read. You are correct in that respect. Look, this is probably an easier way to see it. Is tonight's Shield's last game? Yes, it is. Cal Twomey reported last week that the Bombers and Shield have mutually agreed for them to part ways. High off the ball, soft 50. Yeah, that is a very soft 50. I just saw the replay now, Langy. That is a very soft 50. But the Nepo babies have to get in. And that's what's going to happen. They have had a sensational quarter of football. Oh, Old Gold with the clearance. Hoist the ball inside forward 50. Collins, too big, too strong. Punches the ball out of bounds. Very rare inside forward 50 for the Bombers. If the game was to end right now, Gold Coast would be above the Hawks. Who will want him? It's a very good question. That would be a very good question. I don't know who would want a Dylan Shield at this point in time. Ball tapped down. Flanders. Beautiful handball to Jeffrey. This is now Anderson. They're very slick. They are very slick. Even Witz is getting involved. Terrell fakes the handball give. Merritt gets in the way, but he drops the slippery ball. But you just look at the Suns. They are playing with a dry football, and none of the tackles are sticking. This is unbelievable football, but now it's the Bombers. Redmond takes a bounce, goes out wide. There is nothing on offer. Lual drops the mark, but he at least nails the tackle. Richmond wanted him? I don't know if they want him now, though. It'll be tough to want him now. Ball up, but none of the rucks are in the vicinity. Now it goes up. Tap down to Lual, immediately claimed by Rowell and Anderson. He just splits the seas, does Anderson. Now this is Rowell, puts a dance move on Pryor, centering ball. It's high, it's to the forwards' advantage. Butterick drops yet another simple one. And then is he caught high? No, he's not. It's play on is the call. Shield, Guelphy, you suck. This is now Kako, beautiful pickup. To Langford, he steps away, gets his kick smothered. Well defended. Everything the Suns are doing is perfection at this point in time. They are all over it. All over it. The Bombers have no answers to anything right now that the Suns are doing. All of the time, all of the space, the Bombers are on holiday. They tried early, but this is going to be a very brutal end to this game. 12 seconds on the clock. Please don't concede another one. Noble's got the ball on the outer wing. He finally sees the clock, goes quick, tries to find a mark inside forward 50. There isn't one. Rowell, though, on the ground, takes the shot, and he kicks the goal on the siren. The Suns are beaming today. Holy crap! The Suns somehow got the ball from half back to a goal in 12 seconds. The Suns have just played the greatest quarter of their entire history this quarter. Wow. What a quarter by the Suns. 7 goals, 4. And some of these misses were quite easy and straightforward. Wow. This has been some showing. All of the pressure before the game? Nah. Not a single bit of pressure on these Suns. They are playing incredibly well. They're dominating possession. They're going fast when they need to. Inside 50s, more than double. 19 inside 50s for the quarter. Their efficiency inside 50, they just get the ball in and they're scoring more than 2/3 of the time. They are just doing incredibly well. Clearances, surprisingly, aren't far apart considering the injuries at the Bombers, but contested possessions are a worry. They're up by 9. They're killing us on the spread. And look at the possession. It's just one way. They're in pure control of the game, the Suns, dictating the tempo, dictating the pressure. 7 goals in a quarter, and they really could have had a lot more because some of those misses were very straightforward. It's been a wonderful quarter by Rowell and Anderson in particular. Those two have just been absolutely dominant in the midfield. Rowell, 13 disposals and 5 tackles, an incredible goal at the end. Anderson's got 2 goals with his 11 disposals. So they have been absolutely sensational. All of them have been incredible at the Suns to start this quarter, and they are looking to end the season on a real high. They want to enter finals with some incredible form. They definitely want to make amends for last week, and they have done that so far. Well done to him. What a man. Tassie, if it wasn't a year later. Oh, yeah, it could have gone to Tassie. True. Saints want everybody. Bro. Saints are they're gonna buy everybody, but the problem is you don't win a flag just by buying everyone. I don't think so. Bring back Orazio. The problem is if we brought back Orazio Fantasia, it'd be injured immediately. Is the problem? It was pretty poor. But I'm not sure how much of it was we were poor or just they were that good. I don't know. Happy for Gold Coast if it screws the doggies. Look, the doggies do enjoy beating the living shit out of us. Let's be real. To be honest, I don't mind the Suns making it in. To be honest, for myself, I don't mind it. It was a wonderful kick by Rowell. Under pressure, very quick. Wouldn't want to be facing the Suns first week of finals. Yeah, but they'll be playing away. They'd be playing away from home. And them playing away from home is an entirely different proposition to them playing at home. I mean, you can see the dewy conditions. Like we haven't been able to pick the ball up once. So automatically we are on the back foot. So right now on the live ladder, they are 7th, which means they have to travel to WA to play Fremantle over there. If I had to pick one, I'd be picking Fremantle to win that game. Personally speaking, I think Freo would win. Suns won't win over there, is my opinion. Of course, I've been known to be wrong before, but I don't think they would win that game. Do Bombers have a dislike for the doggies? Yeah, severely. We'll never forgive them for that elimination final in Tasmania where we were winning and then the rain came. They got 5 free kicks to Cody Waitman alone, and he got 5 goals from his 5 free kicks and completely shafted us. Yes, we have a strong dislike for the doggies. Because I've even forgotten about that game. Yes, the one defeat in all of 2000. The invention of flooding the defense. Sam Draper is out there somewhere laughing at the Dogs. Sam Draper is a bit of a troll. Remember when he did the whole lying down on the ball shtick and he was mocking Adelaide for it? Yeah, he's a bit of a troll, is Sammy Draper. Trav, can anyone take this game seriously? GWS will destroy the Suns. No. I still think Freo would beat the Suns as well. Like, okay, there you go. Velo and Uncle Akka agree with me there that, you know, I don't know, like, you might be right. Like, even if the Suns were to finish 8th, I'd still be tipping the Giants to beat them. Like, for Gold Coast to have really made a dent in this finals series, they had to beat Port last week. They had to beat Port last week, in my opinion. And because they didn't, they're not finishing top 4, which means they will not be hosting a final. And I feel like Gold Coast have to host a final to be a genuine chance at winning it all. Dogs can only beat bottom sides. Exactly. So that even if the Dogs were to make it, it's what I said before, Velo, I don't think it would make a very good final series with the Dogs in there. They just don't have the defensive mindset or personnel to beat a top 8 side. And that's all finals is, top 8 sides. Game about to restart. Sensational football by the Suns in the first quarter. Can the Bombers respond in any way, shape or form? Goldstein gets a tap down. Anderson, Rao. You're going to get sick and tired of me saying those 2 names in quick succession because that's what's happened again. Noble puts a step on Kako, puts the ball high and long. What the hell? Everything they're doing is just absolutely sensational. This is now Tuke Miller, top of the 50, puts it up, and Clark works his way back to take a very strong intercept mark. That's not a very good kick. Good forward pressure there by Rioli on Minzy. Ball hits the deck. The Suns, they're skirting around now the forward 50. This is now Jeffrey. What's he going to do? He puts the ball up top of the goal square where the tall timber is. Blackiston does well to take a mark. I've liked Blackiston ever since he came through in the mid-season draft. I reckon he definitely deserves a contract for next year. Bombs the ball out of the D50. Durham takes a strong mark over Rao. Plays on. Sinks the foot into it. He's trying to find a one-on-one. Trying to give Langford a chance. Ball hits the deck. Good tackle there by Wright. This is now holding the man. Holding the man free kick. Going to Mac Andrew. He's clearly off his line, umpire. But nah. He's allowed to take his kick. That's hit the deck. Good tackle by Durham. Kako, can we capitalize on this? McGrath, he had Perkins, kicks to Wright, who slips, but the kick is just right that he could have marked the ball while on his knees. And now we've got Peter Wright having a shot on goal. It's going to have to be a big one. He's going to be kicking from about 55 probably. Jeez, man. You can tell one club is not built for Gold Coast conditions. And you can tell which one definitely lives up there. Here we go. Peter Wright waltzes in from outside 50. Gee, there's a lot of hook on that kick. And it slams into the post. Holy crap, that was a heap of swing on that ball. That was insane, that swing. Ball kicked into play. And they're moving quickly. And why wouldn't they? Rioli feeds the ball over the top. Anderson, all the time in the world. Hoists the ball high and long, looking for Long. Can't mark it. Well done by Roberts, but he goes to ground. Everyone's going to ground for the Bombers. Pryor gets the intercept mark, and Humphrey lets Long know, you suck, mate. Here we go. Pryor. Nothing is on offer. So he has to kick it long to a contest. But he makes it a shorter ball. This works. Menzie with the mark. Kicks inside. 45-degree kick. McGrath. Looked inside for a second. Decided against it. He finds Langford on the wing. No real easy ball movement here for the Bombers. Goes for a central kick. Looking for someone in the corridor is Roberts. It's a tough kick to take, though. Ball hangs in the air for a little bit, but it's just held long enough there by Langford. Again, goes short. Finds Roberts. Trying to pry open that corridor. Not a great handball, but this is much smarter football here by the Bombers. This is now Merritt. Good centering ball. This is Goldstein. He's got Perkins. Nice sidestep. Kicks it into the pocket. And that is the best passage of play by the Bombers. It was persistent. It was patient. And I don't like it that Kako is holding his nuts. He's still nursing his gonad area, which is not good. But that was very good, patient ball movement by the Bombers. Kako plays on, snaps, and he also hits the post. 2 posters for the Bombers in this quarter. GWS beat Cats and Lions, though, and most media experts are tipping Cats for the flag. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Cats are my tip for the flag. I still think it's anybody's game. I would probably still have the Lions as my favourite. Trav? Humphrey, on the wing, just pumps the ball in, looking for a one-on-one contest with King and Laverty. Laverty does well to engage the body. Roberts on the ground to help. To Redmond, to Laverty. He's asking for a lead. It was honoured, but Fiorini did well to get a body in there. Pryor mops up on ground level. This is McGrath under a bit of pressure. Goes back along the wing. Not marked there by Noble. Guelphy is grabbed by... What happened? It looks to be in pain, but it's a free kick paid against him for holding the ball. Flanders hoists the ball inside forward 50. High and long. No mark paid. Ball hits the deck. Humphrey in the pocket. Smothered off the boot. And that will be a minor score. Doug, welcome. Good day from the Gold Coast. Oh, there we go. We have a Gold Coast correspondent. I was going to go, but had a golf lesson instead. A golf lesson. I think I made the right choice. It's the humidity. Yeah, the humidity, you can tell one side is used to it and the other side is not. Menzie playing high up the ground. Kicks along the boundary line. Clark flies. Bro, Buderick is holding Durham without the ball, but no free kick paid. Yeah, Cats do bad against the Lions and GWS, so I'm not confident at all. Yeah, I'd have the Lions as my favourite for the flag at the moment. JRD, hello. Essendon suck, even with a full squad. Thank you for your wisdom. This is now Took. Drills a ball. Good spoil there by Blackiston. Anderson, tackled by 2. Gets a handball away to Flanders. He gets a handball away to Took. They're working the ball incredibly well here in close. Good forward pressure there. Nice Clark. Nice little fake. Kicks it into the corridor. Looking for Peter Wright. Peter Wright takes a mark. Can the Bombers move quick? They've got a mark to McMahon. He's got a kick inside forward 50, looking for Kako. He's the smallest man on the field, but he decides to kick it over his head. That was not smart, and it's yet another minor score for the Bombers. 1-3. Quick play on there by Noble. He's found Anderson. Anderson's looking up. He's got Rowell there. Merritt finally goes to close the gap. So decides to go wide. And why wouldn't he? Because all of the Suns are having a party out there, but it was a terrible kick, trickles out of bounds, and the Bombers managed to get away with one. No father sons for Kako. Bro, I want all of his kids. I like Kako. Kako is good. Lions versus Cats grand final, boring. The Lions would win that one, I would imagine. But to be fair, the Lions-Cats prelim last year, the Lions and the Cats had an incredible prelim last year. That was maybe game of the season. That prelim. I loved their prelim. They were so good together. Ball goes up the wing. Ball hits the deck. Rowell Time and space, as you like. Kicks it further afield. Is that a free kick against Roberts? It is. Play on's the call because they take advantage. Ball hits the deck, though. Not a mark to Long. They're just queuing up here, the Suns. They are genuinely queuing up. What a nice left foot there by Anderson. Finds King in the pocket, but he is escorted over the line by Redmond, and it is a throw-in inside forward 50 for the Suns. Guelphy staging for a free. Probably. He's known for it. Thanks for the shout-out. Anytime, Dougie. Anytime, mate. I'm glad you liked that, JRD. I'm glad you liked that. What's happened? A free kick to who? Free kick to Old Gold. The umpires are feeling positive for Old Gold tonight. He might be the reason why we've had 3 free kicks for this game so far. in his retirement game, basically. Essendon winning the quarter so far. Jeez. We've kicked 3 behinds to their 1 behind. Get around us. Laverty put the ball high and long. McMahon flies, brings the ball to ground. Good tackle by Sard on Collins. And we're going to have a ball up on the wing here. Neutral territory. The Ruckman still lumbering over to get to this contest. Witts wins the tap to Flanders, to Noble. Nice little dance step. Humphrey. Gee, he's been a welcome return there for the Suns, Bailey Humphrey, today. Oh, that kick is not good, but it has just enough height. No, well managed there by Sard. Sard, the holder, takes a nice intercept mark, but again, nothing to go to. So he goes wide to the wing, trying to put it towards Goldstein's advantage. It was not. It is instead going to be a free kick to the Suns, but they take advantage. You can tell that was the directive. The directive for the Suns is go fast. Every time there's a free kick, take advantage. And they get... This is a tough spot here for... And this is this Ainsworth? Number 9. Who's number 9? For the Suns. It is Ainsworth. Good. So yeah, Ainsworth has the ball, going for goal. Love your work. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for joining us, mate. Ainsworth's kick is narrow. Have the Suns put the cue in the rack? I don't think they have. I think we've sort of lifted a little bit. Oh, nah. That's not... I just saw the replay on Guelphy. That was not Mayo. He fully got him in the eye and the face region. That had to be a free kick. Flanders fakes the handball. Goes central. Ainsworth. Jeffrey. Wow, that's a nice kick out wide. That's a beautiful kick. Top of the goal square, this ball flies. And Humphrey takes an easy one, uncontested, basically, in the end. And, Humphrey, some really big ins this week for the Suns. Humphrey obviously being one of them, playing with a lot of energy, very dynamic, and very easily done on Redmond. So he's been wonderful. Rioli's been influential as well, providing drive off halfback. So some really important ins for the Suns. And Humphrey kicks the goal. Staging at its best. Nah, bro. I literally just saw the replay. It literally hit him there. It was the slow-mo replay. I just saw what it was. It wasn't staging. I just saw the replay. You guys really are missing Ben Mackay. Man, Ben Mackay has been missing for half the season. Ben Mackay, Ridley's in and out. Zach Reed, gee, this guy was a primo for us. So we're missing him as well. And Lewis Hayes came in, played a very good first half, then did his ACL. So, like, we're missing all of the back line, essentially. And Guelphy is subbed out. Yeah, Reed was a revelation, wasn't he? Yeah, I know. We're laughing about that, aren't we? But there you go. Guelphy subbed out. You wouldn't be subbed out for Mayo, Velo. You wouldn't be subbed out if you just faking it. Unless Guelphy just wants to hit the bar right away and he just wants to go on holiday. He doesn't want to play at half time. Guelphy wants to hit the off season right now. Laverty with the intercept mark in the goal square. Goes out wide. Finds Dersma. Bro, Doug, I was so against the Elijah Sardis drafting. I was so against it. I wanted either Philippou or Humphrey. I did not want Sardis. That was a Dodoro masterclass. Not a great kick. Once again, the Bombers really struggle by foot. And now the Suns can just bounce this ball out with quick ball movement. Long, good spoil there by Roberts, but the ricochet lands straight in Long's lap, and Buderick, dribbling ball, swings out wide and hits the post. Guelphy can't handle the sweat. Yeah, just sub him off. He doesn't like sweaty conditions. Can't get subbed out for Mayo. Can, if you're allergic to egg. It's true. It's true if you've got an egg intolerance. Don't know what he was doing with egg on the field. He's got egg on his face, perhaps. Free kick against Peter Wright. It's going Mac Andrews' way. You'd have to say Mac Andrews certainly got the chockies here against Peter Wright. He's been given a lot of time. Puts the ball inside forward 50. King with a free run and jump at it. Well done there by Old Gold to get a fist onto it. Durham gets a kick away, but only as far as Anderson, who feeds it back to Hewland, to Collins. Switches on. Goes out wide to Jeffrey. Jeffrey lowers the eyes, puts it towards the pocket, and Clark, overzealous, misses the ball. Long takes the mark uncontested. He's a goer, Angus Clark. He's a goer. Unfortunately, he missed the pill. And Long going again. We could have taken Jimby. Yeah, but no one would have known that Jimby was going to end up being such a great defender. You know, this wasn't Jimby's initial position. Terrible kick there by Long, and it goes through, rushed behind. See, Jimby is only now as good as he is because he's been rediscovered as a defender. And he's a bloody good defender at that. You just never know if he was going to be given the opportunity at the Bombers to play in defense. Maybe he would have. I mean, look at our backline stocks. They're basically non-existent now with injury. Roberts runs through the middle, kicks the ball, playing aggressive attacking football. McMahon flies. Unwin hits the deck. And it's going to be holding the ball. Holy crap, that's a hot call on the Onion. Just got onto the field. Beautiful kick by the Suns. Everything they do is just too good at the moment. Kicks the ball again into the pocket, and it's going to be a throw in. Long is being goal hungry tonight. Yeah, he's being hungry, but he just doesn't know how to eat, unfortunately. Yeah, it clearly isn't. It clearly isn't holding the ball, but I don't know. I think we are being a little bit hard done by at the moment, but let's be real. It doesn't even matter. The Suns are just being too good, and the umpiring is just the cherry on top. That's all it is. The Suns have been magnificent today. And that is a goal! What a goal! Great one there by Ethan Reed, the man monster. He's young, this kid, but he is very well built for his size. And that is a great finish round the corner. We are no longer winning the quarter, Velo. Is a problem? Very soft free kick, but it was technically there. Soft, but it was there. So, you know, they get the soft ones and we don't get the blatant ones. That's just the way. It's just the way it is, really. It was always going to be a massacre. It was always going to be a massacre. It was never going to be anything but a massacre. Especially after you look at the ins for the Suns. And just the way they're playing. Like, what the hell was that by Rao? How did he get that across? And look at this man. He's just juggling the ball. That should have been a free kick there to Reed. He was clearly had his hand held. Shield to Merritt. Back to Shield in his farewell game. Kicks the ball high and long. There is no connection. The way he's playing McMahon is more like a defender. McGrath feeds the ball back. Roberts hoists the ball forward. Can someone fly? They do, but just lack of skill or composure at the moment. This is really a game of boys versus men. Perkins did well. Dersma's taken the man on. Well done. Finally some spunk. This is now Merritt. Centering ball to Langford. Another mark inside forward 50. But this has been brutal, to say the least. Yeah, if they leave at halftime, they can be in Tullamarine by midnight. I don't think a lot of these guys want to be in Tullamarine, though. Why would you leave the Gold Coast when your season's over? I reckon just stick around and enjoy the weather. Hit a nightclub after this. Start partying. The season's over. It's been a tough year. Here we go. Langford steps up to the plate. And he kicks the Bombers' second goal of the game. Essendon players triple bet. Yeah, that's the reason why they're here. They're not here to win the game. They're here to just have a start to the off season. No need for Mad Monday. We're having Mad Wednesday, baby. Zach, of course, Zach had a great kick. I mean, the problem is his kicking hasn't been as amazing as other years, but our forward line has also been worse than any other year as well. But it really was a perfect kick. Man, I forget how good Merritt really is sometimes. Yeah. The problem is he's covered in so much, caca around him, unfortunately. It dims him a little bit. But when you watch him, he really does deserve success. But, yeah, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. Ball back in the middle. Rao just walks his way through three people. Unwin just decides to be a bowling ball, crashing through a lot of pins. Merritt. Sorry, it's the Shield. How dare I say Merritt? Shield puts the ball up looking for Menzies. Can we possibly have 2 goals back-to-back in quick succession? Can we do it? What's going on? Put some pressure, boys. Go out with a spark. Go out with some fight. Go out with your arms swinging. But it's Menzies, so it's going to miss. Probably. He's kicked it. Jai Menzies kicks the goal. Get around us. Back-to-back goals. Wacky Wednesday? Yeah, exactly. No need for Mad Monday. We'll just have Wacky Wednesday. 100%. Winning the quarter again after that goal? Oh, we've kicked 2 goals 3 to their 2 goals 4. No, not quite. Not quite winning the quarter. Unfortunately, Merritt doesn't have the star help. Yeah, 100%. Exactly right. I can't believe it. Can you believe it, Mark? Menzies kicked the goal. Can you believe it? Who would have thunk it? Menzies kicked the goal in his farewell game. No room service or outside people allowed. Yeah, Menzies gets a Twix. Just to say goodbye. Merritt drives a McLaren. I will never feel sorry for him. Is it a McLaren? Or was it or a Lambo? Another forward clearance by the Bombers. Good pressure. Well done, Zach. Merritt once again. Not only is Merritt a wonderful kick of the football, he also busts his absolute gut defensively. He truly is captain inspirational, Zach Merritt. Like, seriously. Ball thrown back in. 3 minutes and 15 seconds and counting. What's happening? Another stoppage. Finally, for once, the Suns haven't been able to clear with ease. We're having a secondary stoppage. Ball tapped down. McGrath gets a kick forward over the shoulder. It's not deep. 2-on-1 against Langford. Ball hits the deck. Noble. Underground handball. It bounced off the shin. Oh, everything is just so clean by the Suns. How did he gather that ball so perfectly? Ball hits the deck. Good smother there by McMahon. He gathers his own ball. Left foot snap. Oh. Golden opportunity goes begging. Wow. That had to be a goal. Oh, jeez Louise. McMahon might have cost himself a contract just then. Ball kicked high and long. Blackiston's caught high, umpire. I could see it from Melbourne. Bullshit. Lambo? Even worse. Look, we are sponsored by Dutton Automobiles. So, I'm not sure he actually owns the Lambo. I don't think it's his Lambo. Good tackle by Durham. Come on, it's got to be behind the ball, umpire. Get out of town. Nah, they put the whistle away. Of course, they're letting the Suns get away with everything. Well done by Roberts to get in front of that kick. Blackiston somehow ducked that tackle, and the ball goes out of bounds. Can you believe the cheek of West Coast asking for more draft concessions from the AFL? Yeah, I don't think they should. I get it, you can say that their team sucks. But the thing is, no one has the highs and lows of West Coast. Like West Coast, Matt Rao decides to go for a run on the left. Hoist the ball! And he's missed. Oh, no. Oh, no. Old Gold is down. Todd Goldstein has had a head clash with Dersma. Oh. No, this is not the way we want Old Gold to go out. No. Oh, he looks in trouble, Todd. Oh. Yikes, that hurts. Oh no. Oh, he is groggy and he's bleeding. Oh, that's bad. Oh. Say it ain't so. Terrible way to go out there for Goldstein. Man, you've been an incredible warrior, Goldstein. You have been, honestly, I salute you. What you've done for North, having the most hitouts of all time, and then coming to this Essendon side, which has been absolutely ravaged, and you having to ruck out the year, man, Goldstein, you will forever hold a special place in my heart. Forever. I salute you, Todd. He deserves a statue. Damn, yeah, Goldie down and out, yeah. Game over, yeah. No, Goldie is not playing on next year. Sorry. Gone and seeing stars. Thanks for the memories, legend. 100%. 100%. He's the only... Gee, money. He's the only bloke who can cop a whack on the head and end up looking more attractive. Oh, well, at least he's going out looking sexy. Bombers' pressure has certainly lifted, but they just don't have the skills or the talent to make the most of it. Yeah, it sucks. He's a legend for sure. He is a legend. The old Gold, he is a legend. Look, so yeah, as I was saying before the Goldstein situation, West Coast bottom out, but then they also rise up really quickly. They don't need. I personally don't think they need assistance. They are the most powerful club in the land. And yes, I get it. Their team isn't great right now, but they have shown a history of bottoming out and then climbing up fast. And historically, this is a team that wins a flag every decade, basically. So for me, and if you're willing to pay $2 million a year for Harley Reid, I don't think you need assistance from the AFL personally. How about Eddie wants to take money from Tassie Stadium to put a... Nah, piss off, Eddie. Eddie, yeah, what a flog. No. Leave the MCG alone. Give Tassie their roof. What a joke. Eddie has always... Yeah, agreed. Disgusting. Zach has definitely earned his Lambo. The AFL shouldn't be rewarding tanking. Agreed. Should not. I agree with that. Say Reid to help in draft for Coast. Sure. Was it actual blood or just his normally a red face? No, he normally does have a red face, but there was also trickles. No, it was definitely it was actual blood. Goldie has earned more respect getting out of North and performing. I don't think Goldie has really gotten his flowers from his time at North Melbourne. Just because North Melbourne have been also an irrelevant team for some time. A little bit like Essendon and Zach Merritt. You know, like Zach Merritt playing for the Bombers doesn't quite get the shine that he would if he was playing for a good team. I think Goldie also hasn't had the shine for a remarkable career at North Melbourne before coming to Essendon. Like, Goldie in his prime, was basically like Grundy at what we're seeing. So Goldie was a gun. Well, he's got the most headouts of all time. So yeah, exactly. Goldie was underrated at North Melbourne. Goldie genuinely is among the best rucks I have ever seen. Prime Goldstein was not too far off gone what he was doing. I'd have him. What you're seeing Sherry do now, I feel like Goldstein had more skill and more finesse than what you see from Tristan Sherry now. So Goldie in his prime had more skill and was a more natural footballer. Sherry's a bit of a bully. Obviously big man, lots of tackles, great groundwork, follow-up work. But Goldie also had finesse and he also had skill. Put Kako in the ruck now. Who cares? Bro, we don't want to kill Kako playing up against Wits, bro. Come on. Who's 22? Yeah, it was Durham. Durham absolutely should have tackled for sure. Rather North get assistance. Exactly. So I'd much rather. So if the AFL was to come out and say we're going to give assistance to a team, yeah, I'd much rather they gave the assistance to North Melbourne than West Coast, who not too long ago won a flag. And just because you're shit now, no club is entitled to never be shit. Historically, you'd have turns. You'd build a team when you're shit. You'd get good draft picks because you're down the bottom of the ladder. You'd build a stronger team, a young nucleus. You go on, you have a period of dominance, you win a flag, they get old, or they get recruited by other teams, you go to shit again. And it tends to be a cycle. You didn't use that. You don't normally have this situation of a team always on the top. Like what we're seeing from Geelong, for example, having almost 20 years of consistent top four finishes. That's not how the game initially was made. The game didn't have an idea of a team being a top 4 regular contender every year for 20 years straight. West Coast and their timeline is the exact definition of how a regular, high-performing team was supposed to be. You bottom out, you build quick, you get competitive again, you win the flag, you end up dropping again. I have no issues with that. North, though, have been bottom 2, bottom 4 for the last 5 years consecutively. So for me, I definitely think if a team required assistance, I'd be more happy to give it to North. Having said that, I don't think North need that assistance now. I think the way they've ended this season and the fact that they've won 5 games and had a draw against the Lions, I don't really think North Melbourne need assistance right now. I don't think they need assistance. I think North Melbourne at the moment are fine. I think they just need to draft smart, trade smart, continue to cull some of the dead wood that aren't going to make it, but they seem to have the right culture in place. They seem to have really good leaders in place. They've obviously got Clarko, who is one of the greatest coaches of all time. I think they're fine. I don't think North need a priority pick or assistance at this point. Put the C on Kako. Some would call that tanking. Yeah, maybe, but I don't think anybody would accuse the Bombers of tanking this year. I don't think you can, unless we deliberately injured our players or we lied about the nature of the injuries to say that they're longer than they really are. It's hard to say. Hard for anyone to accuse the Bombers of tanking. I don't care we're losing. Listening to your commentary. Oh, thanks, Doug. Oh, that's so nice of you to say. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, I did see Anderson go down, but I think he got back up again, so he seems to be all right. Kako Ruck would be the play. It's a good thing you guys aren't the coach. G Money, if Merritt wasn't captain, do you think he would leave Bombers and chase that elusive flag? The thing with Merritt is a proud man. He's a very proud man. He has high expectations for himself. And he would have left the Bombers if he wasn't made captain. So Merritt really wanted to be the captain. And I can see Merritt being the captain for many more years to come. He wants that position of leadership. He wants to drive the standards. He wants to change the culture because he's been there for a few years and he's seen that the way it was run before was not conducive to success. So he wanted to steer the ship, and he's been given the opportunity to do so. Now, this year, unfortunately, was a cursed year. Nothing went right for us this year. We haven't been able to field an AFL level team. It's been a VFL level team for most of this year, unfortunately. So it's unfortunate. We could have done something better this year. Would we have been contending? Absolutely not. But at least we would have been giving games to some important players in the side to potentially build on some form and maybe do better next year. That hasn't happened. If Merritt wasn't the captain, he probably would leave. Because a lot of the injuries that we have this year is going to have a ripple effect now onto next year. Like Nick Martin did his ACL in round 18. He's not coming back till late next year. And some would say, or a lot would say, that Nick Martin is our second best player. You know what I mean? After Merritt. So you look at the rucks, Brian did his ACL. He'll come back mid-year next year. Is Draper staying? Is Draper going? Goldstein probably going to retire. Like, it's going to be a very young team. And you don't contend with a young team. So I would say yes. If Merritt wasn't the captain, he'd probably leave. But he wanted to be the captain. He put his foot on the ground. He stomped his foot and he said, I'm going to be the captain of this side. And now he's living with that decision. And I will forever love him for it and respect him for it. Still remember the game versus Melbourne and Hobart. Gawn, Bog, Goldie, 5 goals and second Bog. Man, what a game that was. That was a ripping game. Joe, send me the link. Come on, I've got something for all. All right, we'll get you one for now during this halftime break. Carlton are not shit. We are worse than shit. Come on. Don't say that. Next year's draft is looking good for the Bombers. Rumours are they're picking up a young midfielder. Dixie rigged. Oh, God, J-Money. That's pretty funny. Lions won 3 premierships. Exactly. Like, no team is supposed to have extended levels of dominance. It's just not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be cyclical. Yep. Melbourne tanked for a few years, then they came back to exactly. Like, it's supposed to be. It's and that's the whole thing. Like, for the AFL, the notion of equalization has always been really important, and you can tell now, even now, like equalization really important. Hence why there's all this discussion about the academy picks, the father-son selection, compromising the draft. You know what I mean? So it's always about equalization. It's always about giving the lower teams an opportunity to rise. Unfortunately, the AFL could never have foreseen that the father-son and the academy picks were going to end up only enriching the top teams at the lower teams' expense. They never could have imagined the 2 Dacos brothers coming to Collingwood. They couldn't have imagined the 2 Ashcrofts in quick succession. Darcy, Ugelhagen. The Dogs were top 4, top 6 that year. So there's been quite a few instances where these academy picks or these father-sons in particular have gone to powerful teams. And it has, unfortunately, severely impacted the ability for North Melbourne, for example, who we were talking about just before, to rise up the rankings. And it just became an example of the rich getting richer, which is certainly not what the AFL was intending. So now you have all of this talking about what they're going to do about the father-sons and whatnot. Increase the soft caps for development coaches. Here. Agreed. 100% Langy. I agree with that. West Coast has, in my opinion, like, how can our mid-season draftees be better than the West Coast regular team? Look, McCarthy was great. McCarthy's a very good footballer. I mean, you could say the same thing about us. Like, our mid-season draft, like, I'd have Blackiston over Jai Menzies every day of the week, for example. Or I'd have McMahon or Archie May over Harrison Jones. Like, you can find some really good mid-season draftees. Doesn't necessarily mean the team is cooked. Like, yes, you're going to have a period where things are going to be tough. But that's what every rebuilding team goes through. Every rebuilding team goes through a period of tough, hard luck. But if you persist and build the team right and finish on the bottom for a couple of years and get some good draft picks in, like, you're going to get a good draft pick. You're going to get pick 2 for Oscar Allen. You've got pick 1. You're going to build a good team. You might even get Starcevic, who's apparently considering coming to you guys as well. So, the West Coast, they have some things going for him. Ruben Jimby is a gun. I love Ruben Jimby. Elijah Hewitt is really good. So it's not like you guys are cooked. You're just going to have a tough little period, but you'll bounce back, as you have historically shown that you are capable of. You can exceed the soft cap, so no issue. I think we have, at the Bombers, actually exceeded the soft cap for that. We tanked after putting Essendon out in 99, so we just forgot to stop tanking. Shut up. Oh, yes, I'll send you the link. Mark. All right, here's the link. Copy. Okay. Facebook. I'll put it in. I'll send it to you in the Facebook. I'll have you on just now here during the halftime break. If you have something to say, I'll let you have your say. Come on. Refresh. I really need to get a PC. This laptop business is no good. All right, I'm sending it to you now. Just join on your phone. Your phone had the best output last night. Oh, you didn't send me a message last time. You haven't. Oh, there we go, Mark Lavelle. Can I send you? Oh no, you've never sent us a message, Mark. So I can't send it to you via Facebook. All right, I'll just put it here in the chat then. Yeah, exactly. Like Jai Newcomb, 100%. Jai Newcomb, mid-season draftee. And look at him. He's basically carrying the Hawthorn midfield at this point. He's been wonderful, Jai Newcomb. So just because you've managed to find yourself a really good mid-season draftee doesn't mean your team is shit. So there's definitely hope and scope for the Eagles. Will it be immediately? No, obviously it won't be immediate. But you've got something to work with. So yeah, Mark, just copy. There we are. Brilliant. I can't see you. All right. Mark, how you doing?
Fine, buddy. You got me?
Sorry. Wait. There we go. You can talk now. Sorry, I can hear you now.
You got me?
Yeah, got you.
Did you hear what Essendon has done? They're
No.
sending it can only be Essendon.
What?
The draft for Draper, they stuffed up. Where he is supposed to be a free agent. And
yeah, it's unrestricted.
It didn't work out. Apparently, they put in the wrong paperwork. Now he can go, and we can't give the money or up the money to keep him.
No, so what it was? No, what it was is if a player is in your top 10 most paid, they become a restricted free agent, and he was when we did the contract for him, he was a top 10, but then we ended up doing renewing Langford and Durham and someone else, and it ended up kicking him out of the top 10. So he's now an unrestricted free agent, which means he can go somewhere. But we will still get a compensation pick for him. If he goes, we'll still get a compo pick. The only problem is we can't play the same hardball as because we can't force a trade. So there's only so much we can do. All we can do is hope that the salary that he's being paid is about $900,000 a year. If it is, then we will get a round one compo pick. If it's less than that, then it's going to be a round two pick.
Yeah, well,
so we'll still get a pick for it.
Brisbane's offered $800,000.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be. So that means it's going to be a second round compensation pick. It will not be the first round that we could have forced if he was a restricted agent. So yes, it is a bit of a stuff up, and probably happened as a result of the changeover between Dodoro and Rosa. So Dodoro continues to screw us over even after he's out the door.
Yeah, from the grave.
From the grave, exactly. All right. Thanks, Mark.
Yep, I'll talk to you later.
See ya. Have a good one. He's a good man, Mark. He's a good man. Was Noble? Yes, he was, Langy. He was. Absolutely. He was another very good one. Draper to the Blues to replace TD. Oh, you guys don't want him, Langy. You don't want a Draper coming back from an Achilles. No way. Did we extend Langford? Yeah, we did. Yeah. Heard it's 750K. Oh, yeah. That's probably going to be almost like an end of second round. Globes! Hope you're doing well, Globes. Thanks for coming along. Half time. Gee, that break went by pretty quickly. Time flies when you're having fun. Only one half of football for the home and away season to go. It is the Suns 9-10-64, leading the Bombers 3-4-22. It is a 42-point margin. Game on. Took Miller to Witts. That's a floating ball. Well marked there by Pryor. Goes for a 45-degree kick. This is Shield. Fans it out wide. He's got Clark with the purple boots, if you don't mind. Lowers the eyes, finds Kako. Kako. Love this kid. Low drilling ball is a beauty. Langford can't mark. Perkins picks it up, and his kick is equally shit. Disgusting. Nah, just banter. Hock to step up is not. Yeah, you would hope so. You'd hope so. He looks like a good young player. Ball flies out wide. 2-meter Peter spoils his own teammate, and now Clark is without both boots. How did Clark get out of both of his boots? Both of his boots are out. What? I've never seen that before. Well done by Sard, cutting across and getting a spoil. I have never seen a player lose both of his boots before. And what happened to Redmond? Is Redmond's ankle cooked as well? What the hell is going on at this club? Merritt is on kick-in duties now. All right, Redmond seems to be running. What the hell happened there? I see you deliberately missed my number comment. Wait, what number comment? Oh, hashtag GoFundMe Joe's PC. You're a funny one. McMahon tracks the ball. This is now McGrath. Left-handed handball. You can tell he doesn't have a left hand because that was a shit handball. This is now the Suns. Took Miller puts the ball inside forward 50. Over the shoulder contact by Laverty. Free kick to King. Lining up. Didn't tie his laces up. There is no other explanation how you could possibly fly out of both of your boots. That's crazy. Ned Reeves is our ruck target, and Reedy from Freo. Liam Reedy, right? He hasn't. He's never really been given much of an opportunity at the Dockers. And Reeves is obviously second behind Meek, so not bad options. King has kicked the goal. He is very accurate tonight. Did well. 10-11-71. Jeez, to think that there's a young Suns fan loving life to the fullest. Crazy to say. Is McMahon rucking? You know, I actually didn't even notice. I'll pay attention to this next ruck contest. Our already decimated team has somehow just gotten even more decimated. Let's see what happens. Let's have a look at this next in a bounce contest. Who is rucking? All right, we've seen it. Yes, we know King is very good. King is a king. We get it. Nah, it's 2-meter Peter. 2 metros Petros in the ruck against Witts. Ball tapped down straight to Anderson. He finds Took. Rao fends off McGrath. Takes the ping from top of the 50 and he drills the goal. Easy as you like. Oh, the Suns, they're back on. The Suns are back on. I just saw my halfback. Yeah, I noticed that too. Which players do we still need to sign? We go to Footy Wire. Out of contract players, we go to Essendon. So Alwyn Davies gone. Hobbs probably gone. Shield is gone. I think we signed Pryor. I think we signed Lav. Menzies gone. I think we signed Blackiston. McMahon might be gone. Lual, I'll give him one. Smart's gone. Draper's probably gone. Goldie's retired, and then becomes Setters. What do we do with Setters? Does he stay, or do we let him go? I don't know. So, not a lot of important players on this out of contract list. Got a forward stoppage here for the Bombers. Throw in. Ball is tapped down by 2 meter. Zach Merritt taps the ball forward once, taps it twice, feeds the handball out to Dersma, avoids the tackler, goes for a flying snap on goal, and it's there. Wow! What a goal there by Dersma. Very nice. But everyone's gone to Merritt because Zach Merritt, what an inspirational leader he is. He wore some real heavy contact there. Gathers it, taps it once, taps it twice, gets a handball, and then gets absolutely destroyed by Ainsworth. Ouch. Ouch. See, that should have been paid as a high contact free, but of course not. While I may no longer be playing, I will always consider myself a Carlton person. From Jack Silvani. F off, Jack, as you are wanting out, so you are no longer a Carlton person. Agreed. I agree. If you're a Carlton person, you don't leave Carlton. Free kick to Peter Wright. Immediately handballs off to McGrath. McGrath kicks the ball inside forward 50. McMahon couldn't get to it because Collins is too damn good. Sard. Now this is McGrath again. Lowers the ball to Langford. It clean bowls him. Beautiful pickup by Noble. Rowell is running rings around us. On the left, goes out wide, finds Buderick. He kicks it further afield. This is Farah. Number 50. It's a very high number. Plays on. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Wits, the big man. 2 meter Peter did well with the spoil. And Kako, good tackle on Long. But yeah, Rowell is just single-handedly destroying us. It was always going to be an issue when you look at what George Hewitt did to us last week. McGrath tries to get the ball to Roberts. He does well enough to strip his opponent of the ball. Wow, I don't know what happened to Noble there. Lost his foot. Well done, Lual, but only as far as Powell gets the handball over top. Rowell again. They're just walking through us. Good smother there by Newen. Good pick up Laverty. He's instantly claimed, but is holding the ball. What a tackle. I thought he got the handball away. I thought that was a handball. No? No, it was not. Good call. Good call. Very nice tackle. He's been good, Will Powell. Will Powell. 15 disposals, 7 score involvements, if you don't mind. He's now going for goal himself. Kicking from about 50 meters out, directly in front. Oh my God. It bent back perfectly. It bent back at the last second. Somewhat, the whole crowd collectively blew the ball to the right there. What a finish. Yep, ball missed his hand just. Yep, it was very close. Yep, the Suns have upped the pressure again this quarter. The Suns are playing for September. Sheila 90? Get out of town. Sheila 90 super coach. What a joke. Oh, boy. Look at that just bend back. That was remarkable how that ball bent back into the goals. It's all going Gold Coast way tonight. Peter Wright follows up on the ground, gets the clearance. What happened? Holding the man. Free kick to the Onion. You idiot, Perkins. It was clearly not your free kick. You should have given it to the Onion. Now the ball has to be recalled. Yeah, Raul deserves it, man. Raul has completely destroyed us. Raul has completely torched us. Plus 19 in contested possessions. Now this is the Onion. Reese Unwin puts the ball top of the goal square. Durham flies, 2 cracks at it, couldn't mark. Gets a handball away. Menzies, as clumsy as you like. Classic Menzies, fumbles the ball, and it goes through for a minor score. Now, you can look at Noble. He wants to go, and he wants to go fast. Lowers the eyes. It's a brilliant kick. It was fraught with danger, but it was right on the money. Joel Jeffrey has the ball half back. He's signalling there's someone potentially in the middle. Doesn't go there. Then he retreats. This is Collins. Collins switches. Now this is Euland. Euland handballs to Mack. Under a bit of pressure, but that is a brilliant kick. Wow. That is just as cool as you like. Ainsworth kicks the ball inside forward 50. Hits Farah on the chest. This is training drill stuff. Training drill stuff by the Gold Coast Suns. Keeping it in motion, keeping it wide, running in waves, and simple as you like leading up. This is the definition of an AFL team versus a VFL team. Bench rest of the game, and then Tada Perkins. Yeah. I don't even know, man. Just let them run out the game. Doesn't even matter at this point. Farah with a shocking kick. Lucky to get himself a score there. She'll play. Nah, she'll. I don't know which team would actually want to give Shield a 2-year contract. Like, seriously, which team in the league is missing a selfish, useless footballer? No, he can run, but he can't kick. Which team wants that? At his age as well. I'm not sure there's anyone who would want that. Oh, jeez. Redmond landed hard. He's not happy. He's very proppy. He went down with an ankle problem before. And then, yeah, he sort of landed on that ankle again. Rough. Goes out wide. This is now Blackiston with the ball. Blackiston on the left. Kicks it inside forward 50. They fly. Perkins can't mark. Menzies with a solid tackle. And we've got a stoppage. Sardis and Shield to Richmond for a can of Coke. Nah, we don't like junk food at Essendon. We don't want that. Do you think Andrew has underperformed? Yeah, for sure. Mac Andrew has absolutely underperformed since the contract, for sure. That was Blackiston in the ruck, but Anderson gets away with it. Oh, nice little step there by Ainsworth. Back to Anderson. Anderson fans it out wide. Roberts under immense pressure, but what a good mark. Well done, son. He's in pain with his elbow, though. Is that his elbow? Oh, don't injure Roberts as well. Oh, when he rolled. Oh, my God. Just hurry up and end the season. Can this season just end already? I can't see more of our players keep dropping with injury. This is not good. And the ball goes out of bounds on the full. Yeah, Brad Scott's not happy. Ball goes inside forward 50. What's happened? It's a free kick to Blackiston. He deserves an extension. Blackiston deserves an extension for sure. Matt Rowell, 23 disposals. Noble, 22. Anderson with 20. Oh, that's a bad kick. That's going to go out on the fall as well, isn't it? Yeah, the Bombers, for some reason, can't keep the ball in play anymore. The ball's just, going out of bounds a lot. It is a 55-point margin. Yep, 55 points. Ball kicked into forward line for the Suns. They all fly. Reed takes a very good mark. Very impressive. Sad to say, we'll be glad to see the back of it. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Chris. But for once, I actually trust Rosa. And I think Rosa will make good decisions with the draft picks and his decision to trade with Melbourne, give them our pick 9. We've essentially got pick 5 for it. So, very happy with Rosa at the helm. And I think finally we have a list manager that knows what they're doing. Give him a 3. He has been huge. I agree. He has been. Yep, I agree. Pryor now on the kicking duty. Not a great kick, though. Collins. Poor McMahon, man. McMahon's just been dominated. McMahon's had to play against Wiedering last week, and now he's playing against Collins. It's just pretty brutal. All the Suns are just lining up everywhere. This is Rioli. Rioli, top of the 50! And he blasts it home. Easy as you like. And the margin blows out yet again. Now, this is a 62-point margin going the way of the Suns. Rosa isn't Dodoro, though. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The fact that we've got Zach Johnson for a pick in the 40s is ridiculous. He will be really good. But, yeah. Everybody's lining up here at this. Everyone's lining up here for the Suns to just fill their boots. As casual, as easy as you like. How you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Rioli's very happy. Yeah, good. Well done. As you should be. The Suns are finally playing. Hey, guys, guess what? The Suns are playing finals before Rankin is. Merritt picks the ball up. Menzie took too long to get the kick away. Smothered. And now they're going to fly back through the corridor. Answorth, he just got through 2 of them to Jeffrey. Kicks it low. Long can't mark. Clark does well to mop it up. To Blackiston. To Shield. To Lual. He goes back inside to Shield. He gives him a chance. Oh, that was pathetic. Oh, Shield, that is embarrassing. Shield, that is embarrassing, mate. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, get out of town. Get out of here. That was embarrassing. Holy crap. Yeah, ready. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it to be so over, man. So over this. Anderson just waltzes right through the stoppage. Takes a bounce. Feeds it off to Took. He has a run. He kicks it. Oh, what's all this space? Look at all of this space. Butterick pops the ball inside. Well done by Redmond to chop that off. He goes short. Finds Perkins. He's looking to go wide. Don't go wide. You're not going to get anything by going wide. Kicking it towards Wits. That's ridiculous. Langford to Sard. Sard. Just hoist the ball up high and long. McMahon. Falcon. Use your hands, son. Use your hands. It's not soccer to header the ball. Anderson gets away. Brilliant kick. Like, you just look at the difference. All of their kicks are basically uncontested. You look at our kicks, high, loopy balls to one-on-ones. It's ridiculous. Shield trying to handball to himself for super coach points. I wouldn't be surprised because Shield is actually a dog in that way. His handballs are so bad, not to his teammates' advantage, so that they are forced to give the ball back to him. That's how he just generates all these cheap disposals. He just generates cheap disposals for himself. I can't wait for Shield to finally be gone. He is so crap. Loving the commentary. Well, I'm glad something's there to be loved. Terrible kick-in. You've just completely shafted Dersma, who's been stripped of the ball, and now you're going to give them the most easiest of goals of all time. That was pathetic, Redmond. What the hell, bro? Like, you can't just be giving up with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. If you want to go, if you want to start your holiday, get off the field. Just don't be playing. If you want to have a holiday, go home. Just leave. Don't just shaft poor Clark like that. Holy crap. He just completely shafted him. So bad. Did I say Clark? No, that's Dersma. Still, like, you've just completely... He's just gonna... Frustrating. Frustrating. This season cannot end quick enough. And you can just see Laverty wanted to just really give it to Redmond. He wanted to give it to him so bad. But he held his tongue. Roberts out wide to Clark. He looks like he's 12. Nothing's on offer. Well faked, but it's just too much on the kick. And Fiorini claps for him, saying, well done. Wow. Seriously, we are a clapped out Volkswagen playing against a Lamborghini. Yeah. It's true of Spiros. That's a very apt description of these two teams at the moment. 7 minutes and 27 left in this quarter. It feels like an eternity is left. Witz gets the ball to Rao. Rao just waltzes away. Menzie can't stick the tackle. Rioli, forward handball to Anderson. Anderson pumps the ball high and long. It's to the favor of nobody in particular because the ball is spoiled, and if the umpire is going to be consistent, that was in the back. But, of course, it is not going to be paid. Wait, is that the Suns mascot? Oh, it was paid. All right, good. The umpire was consistent then. Ball hits the deck. Durham handballs on top to Menzie. To Langford. He just gets the ball moving quickly. Why not? This is 2-minute Peter. Taps the ball forward. He can't get the ball in front of him. Well defended. Oh, my God. Is Unwin about to pay a free kick? Give away a free kick? No, thankfully not. It's going to be a ball up in the forward 50. Tap down. That's going to be a high tackle? No, he shrugged it. Wits, that's a throw, umpire. It's the humidity. It's the humidity. You're right, Doug. It's all the humidity's fault. Clark, told to play on because he ran off his mark. Puts it to the top of the goal square. Dersma flies, but he can't mark, and the ball is fisted through for a minor score. 4 goals, 6-30. Plays 14-14-98. This really could have been 100 points by now. But don't you worry. The Suns want to make it a 100-point margin. Somehow Anderson gets the kick away whilst being tackled, and it was still centimetre perfect. Mid-tackle, Noah Anderson somehow still nails the perfect kick. which leads to a king goal. Well done, Suns. This is the best game of your life. Unfortunately, you've wasted it against the VFL team. You really should have saved this type of performance for 2 weeks ago, for 2 weeks' time, when you're playing against good opposition. Oh, you're getting all your circus shots out the way. Yeah, I agree, Spiros. Of these players, Spiros, so these are the players out of contract for the Bombers. Who would you give an extension to out of these guys? Back in the middle, Touk Miller gets a clearance ball, inside forward 50. Well done, Angus Clark with the intercept. Feeds it off to Redmond running by. He goes short to Roberts. Dropped the mark he should have taken, but he did well to harass. Gets the ball back. Goes on the left, looking for Menzies of all people. And the ball is punched out of bounds for a throw-in. Can't believe Ben King stole Waterman's goal song. Really? What's the song? It's on mute for me. I can't hear anything what's happening in the game. Night, Charles. Good to see you, man. Sorry about the Bombers. It's all good, but this is history. It's right. It's right. Congratulations to the AFL. Both teams in the 8 for the first time. Have a good night, my friend. I'll see you later. Kako kicks the ball. Top of the goal square. Can Onion get to him? No, he can't. Flanders. Nice chipping ball finds Answorth. Answorth goes further afield to Touk Miller. Dribbling ball. Well done, Blackiston. And he's caught high, umpire. Well done by Lockie Blackiston. He's been sensational. Merritt to Clark. He's a goer, Clark. To Shield. By hand to Perkins. Middle of the ground. Lowers the eyes. Can a target lead? It was McMahon, but he couldn't hold the wet, slippery, humid ball. And now the Suns can clear through Humphrey. Nice chipping ball over the top finds Mac Andrew. Handball inside. Humphrey again. They're working this time by hands, except they are a lot more dangerous than we are. Nguyen overcommits. Couldn't impact the pill. Rowell goes over the top. Finds Humphrey, who was involved further up the field, who will be taking a shot on goal about 52 meters out. This is just gut running by the Suns. And that was a clear throw by Touk Miller, by the way, but we'll ignore it. You can tell method for the Suns was run hard. This team, young, injured, depleted, they're wrecked and exhausted. They can't wait for the season to go. Let's just run them off their feet. And that's exactly what they've done. 75-point lead to the Suns. And there's still 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is going to be 100 points. This will be 100 points. Flanders does well to work Dersmer off the ball. Lual trying to impact on Rioli, but Rioli says, just get out of my face, kid. You're no good. That's got to be a free kick to Nguyen, and it is. Well done to Clark for flying the flag. You can't see the list because the list was there, and then I took it off. This is the list of players out of contract this year for the Bombers. Davey, Hobbs, Shield, Pryor, Laverty, Menzies, Blackiston, McMahon, Lual, Smart, Draper, Goldstein, and Setterfield. These guys are all out of contract this year. Clark has a free kick in the back pocket. Plays on. Kicks the ball high and long down the line. 2-meter Peter was sandwiched between Witts and Andrews. And he gets the free kick somehow. Very nice. You love to see it. A bit of pity going to Peter Wright. Witz is not happy about it. Here we go. 2 metros Petros. High and long down the line. McMahon flies. Should have taken it, but he doesn't. Good tackle there by Durham, bringing down the bigger Sam Collins to ground. Yeah, the free kick was there. He was holding his hand. Yep. Yeah, we finally get a whistle. I know, right? Just when the game is dead and buried. Rao just trying to bust his way through. He keeps his feet. That's in danger. Or what? It's a free kick going against Roberts for holding the man. I want us to lose by over 100 points, so it pushes and drives the club to strive for improvement during the off-season. Well. Be careful what you wish for. 100-point loss, mate, you will be getting it. Blackiston, that was sensational. What a pickup and a beautiful spin. But alas, the handball let him down, and now the Suns are most likely going to run the ball. No, good forward pressure by Saad. Still a bit of fight in these Bombers yet. Merritt goes short. Takako changes the angle, looking for Menzie. He's got him. Top of the 50. Tough angle, though. There's no way he has this in his leg. He's going to take the shot. Are you kidding me? Menzie, my son, I know you. You do not have this distance in you. Puts it top of the goal square. Peter Wright flies. Can't get the mark. They spoil each other. McMahon claimed in a tackle. Forward stoppage. Ball up for the Bombers about 30 metres out from their goal. The ball is up. Durham tries to get there. Can't. Stacks on. Another ball up. Keep McMahon, Laverty, Blackiston. I agree. What's happened? It's a free kick to who? It's a free kick to Menzie. Yo! Menzie playing for his contract. Can you pay 50 against Mac Andrew for continuing to mouth off at you, umpire? Wow, that was very soft. Holy crap. Now they pay us a soft free kick? Wow. Oh, jeez. All right. Here you go. Menzie, the AFL wants you to keep playing for Essendon. The AFL wants you to keep playing for Essendon. They want you to kick enough goals tonight to make it look like you're better than you actually are. Oh, jeez. Goal at 3. Yeah, 100%. I agree. He kept talking for a long period of time there. But he managed to sneak it through. So, 6-goal quarter. 6 goals, 5 to the Suns to 2 goals, 2 for the Bombers. It is a 3-quarter time lead of 69 points. What do you reckon? It's going to be 100 points? It's going to be 100 points? Love your work, champ. You're making watching this car crash bearable. Thanks, Spiros. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it. Look, if it makes you feel any better, it's been quite draining, really. There's been very few winners to comment, really, in this game so far. Obviously, the Suns have been just first class. And you can tell the players that they brought in this week. Where's Rioli? Rioli and Humphrey in particular been very impactful. Humphrey with 1 goal, 2 could have been 3 goals with 15 disposals, and Rioli's got the goal with his 14 disposals. He's been pretty good. They'll both benefit from the run today because they're both very important for their ball movement and dynamic dynamism. Is that the word? Dynamism, is that a word? After Tom Atkins became the first player ever to record 200 tackles in a home and away season, Matt Rowell has become the second tonight with his 8 tackles, taking him to 200. 8 tackles for Matt Rowell. Wow. Wow. Disposals. Inside 50s. No, that can't be right. This was the count at quarter time, was it not? We have not had 9 inside 50s for the game, excuse me. Have we only had 9 inside 50s for the game? That can't be right. Don't forget, we are watching the game, so commentating to add insight rather than call like radiocast. Wait, don't forget, we are watching the game, so commentating to add insight rather than call like radiocast. True. Okay. Right, so do you want me to not talk much about... Do you want me to talk less about what's happening play by play then, seeing as you guys are watching as well? Is that the feedback? You'd prefer for me to give more insight? That's what that means? There you go. So it wasn't refreshed. 32 inside 50s. Yes, they're still getting absolutely pummeled. They're up by 21 inside 50s for the game, which is just insane. And their efficiency inside 50 is also very dangerous. Like you can't be having almost 60% of your entries leading to a score. Like that's just... But that was always going to be the case. The back lines is completely killed at the moment. And our forward line is very mishmashed. Hitouts, well, the hitout count has certainly ballooned a lot more ever since Goldstein was taken out of the game. However, having said that, really impressive for the clearances to only be 2 clearances adrift against this powerful Suns midfield is really impressive. It's not too bad. Contested possessions, the Suns are beasts in this. Just look at Rowell. I wonder how many Rowell is on. Up by 16. Killing us on the spread, going really fast. Marks have certainly increased for the Bombers, but 20 marks inside 50. That is unbelievable by the Suns. 20 marks inside forward 50 is sensational. So yeah, they're ready for finals, but the problem is who they play in finals is going to be significantly harder than what we've got. All right, let's go back to the comments. Do what you've been doing. It's been great. Very nice. Thank you. In my opinion, less merit to Perkins to Kako. Okay. These dark days for us Essendon fans are so tough, and people like you to help to share the grief. I love your calling of the game. Appreciate it, Spiros. Appreciate it, mate. More looking to spread here, or the Suns are... Okay. Right. All right. I see what you mean. Hell no. Your commentary is exactly what they do on TV and it's better to listen to. Appreciate it, Velo. Appreciate it, mate. All right. So, the game's about to recommence. One last quarter. What will they do? Will the Suns put the cue in the rack saying, we're not going to risk injury in this last quarter? The game is won. The game is done. We're not going to risk injury. So are we going to see safe play from the Suns? You would think so. And the Bombers, will they go out swinging? Or will they say, we've already copped enough carnage. We don't want to die anymore. Blackiston was starting ruckman there, and Roberts unfortunately lost the pill. Could have been a forward stoppage for the Bombers, but it wasn't. Merritt is playing behind the ball now in defense, and it's a mark to the Suns. So forget about what other Suns going to do. The Suns are looking to win this game by 100+. That is hot, high pressure there by the Suns. They have not taken the foot off the gas. The Suns are looking to win by 100. That was a lot of pressure. I wonder why Vivo wasn't given a game tonight. Vivo? Who's Vivo? Visentini? Dante Visentini? Is that who Vivo is? Spiros? And that's the first goal of the second quarter to Alex Davies. There you go. Everyone's getting in on the action. Visentini, yeah. Look, why wasn't he given a gig? Well, I guess the VFL's been done. Vigo Visentini, yeah. So there you go, Vigo. Yes. So I think Vigo wasn't given a game because the VFL's been done for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks now. And they didn't want to ruck him against Wits, having not played in a couple of weeks. And this probably was going to be a farewell game for Goldie. So there was a few factors there. But you can tell Vigo's not ready for AFL yet. He's way too raw, way too skinny. Rowell, what a beast. But the ball goes only as far as Redman. Shield, last quarter for the club. Not a bad mark there by Menzie. Turns around, hoists the ball. Can it get to McMahon? He flies. Pay it, umpire. No, it was not paid. Oh, you got to hold on to those. Oh, man, and they've really stuffed it up. You can just tell these guys are not on the same page. Well done, Durham, but yeah, you can tell these guys are just not on the same page, man. I may hang shit on you in jest, but in my opinion, you are better than 95 of the duds on TV. Dipping you Blues cap, dipping the Cheers, Velo. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I know it's all fun and games, it's all banter. You're a Carlton man. You can't be giving it to me too easy as an Essendon supporter. Ball cleared by Davies. Ball hits the deck. Clark gave his own handball to Merritt. This is Roberts. Nice little fake of the handball. Turns around, kicks the ball up. Did well because he saw a player about to cut it off, but regardless of what you do, the Suns have all of the answers well set up. And they've done really well, the Suns, in keeping their width, really making the ground as wide as possible to force us to defend as hard as we can. And by spreading us wide, because they're wide, it just pries the corridor open. And a lot of times they've been able to attack through the corridor. Well done, McMahon. But Collins is just way too big. He basically carried him to get out of that tackle. Took Miller, kicks it over the top. And there you go. They're out. The super sub, has the ball in hand already. Give it back to him. King. Oh, that's going to be 50, isn't it? Is that going to be 50 for tripping him after the mark? No, lucky. Laverty lucky not to give away the 50 there. Alex Rance looks weird. Not in Tigers colours. See, my typing turns to crap when I try to be serious. There you go, Velo. No serious talk from you, but I understood what you meant. I never listen to TV commentary because it's BS. You call it as you see it, which is great. Well, the thing is, I don't, by just doing my own commentary here, King, just as straight as you like. Like, that was unbelievable by King. Chef's kiss. Beautiful kick. Nails it. And he's been on fire this year. Gold Coast categorically have the better King brother. There's no debate. There is no dispute. They have the better King brother. But yeah, Spiros, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy commentating out of my own house. Like, I'm not beholden to anybody. Whereas a lot of the commentary on TV, they have sponsors that they have to plug. They've got rules. They've got, company policies from the broadcaster of what you can and can't say, because obviously it's being aired to the public. and you can't be overly opinionated, perhaps. So, yeah, I don't quite have the same restrictions as they do. Kako tries to tap onto himself. Anderson was too good. What a run there by Rioli. Can he get through both of them? No, he can't. He is caught hard in the ball. Well done by the Bombers. They have not given up just yet. Merritt runs back. Handball's out to Langford. This is now a bouncing ball for Onion. Nice little fake handball. Kicks the ball inside the forward line to 2-meter Peter. Can he mark? No, he can't. Well done, McAndrew, for persisting with the spoil. They try. Rioli had a nice little gallop, but well run down there by Blackiston. Jay, give this guy 3 years. We could have been playing like Richmond and the Suns for over a decade if they. Yeah, I know. Doug, that era has absolutely shafted us to no end, hasn't it? And that was the problem with Essendon. They wanted to hear that your club's not far away. They wanted to hear the club's not far. We'll just run it out of the back line. Oh my God! Look at Peter. Look at Goldie. Is his lip all? Yeah, his lip's all swollen. Man, poor man. What a way to go. Oh, beautiful by Roberts. Nice spin. Takako kicks the ball to Onion. High ball. No one marks it. Clever tap there by Newen. This is Langford. Had no one to go to, so he goes out wide to Redmond. Try and create some space. Risky ball. Why are you giving it to Dylan Shield? He can't kick to save his life. Peter Wright, 100% he should be. He should be using his body. He should be fully chesting this mark. Instead, he's just tentative and using only his hands. By not using his body to mark the ball, to help protect the ball, he's always allowing his opponent to continue, swatting at the pill. He needs to be stronger over it, 100%. And Langford, meanwhile, has taken a mark and going for goal. But yeah, Doug, Knights says, we're not far away. We just need speed out of the back half and we'll be fine. Hardwick says, your team is nowhere near it. You need to rebuild. You need to cull. This is not going to work. And the rest is history. You have to tell the administration what they want to hear. And guess who got the job? Matthew Knights. So the truth hurts sometimes. The truth hurts. And unfortunately, Essendon at the time did not want to hear the truth. And it set us back a long way. Pryor misses. Oh, this is going to be coast to coast in the span of 10 seconds. Not even. Long just continues to fake him out. No one tries to tackle him. Puts the ball inside 50 to King. He juggles it, but well spoiled. It was touched by Laverty. And we have a forward throw in there. 100%. Hardwick was 100% right. Of course Hardwick was right. But unfortunately, we didn't want to rebuild. It was beneath us. It was beneath the Bombers. We are a champion team. Historically, a champion team. We don't rebuild. We don't tank. We don't bottom out. That's not what we do. And unfortunately, that mentality just completely turned into delusion. Turned into complete delusion. And we're sort of seeing it at Carlton a little bit as well. They're stagnant, refusing to rebuild and things like that. The crowd was booing? Really? Lol, what a joke. Farah takes an uncontested mark, and Redmond just dropped his head. Redmond is done. Redmond is cooked. Redmond can't wait to just hit a spa and go to sleep, and then tomorrow morning hit a smashed avo, do his exit meeting, and then go on holiday. He can't wait to go on holiday. If they thought it was a mark, right? Can you imagine booing when you're up by 86 points? You're up by 86 points and you're booing a non-mark call. What a joke. These people aren't even real people. I'm almost sure. I almost feel like even the fans are paid AFL employees. Oh, God. 100%, Chris. Lloydie should have hit 1,000 goals. Lloydie absolutely would have kicked 1,000 goals in his career if it wasn't for Matthew Knights. 100%. Matthew Knights killed Matthew Lloyd's career. Yeah. That's what happened. That's what happened. Yep. 100%. He was my favourite player growing up. Essendon draft Josh Lindsay with pick 5 and 6. How the hell does St Kilda pick before Essendon? St Kilda do not have a pick before Essendon. No, they don't. St Kilda don't have a pick before Essendon. They don't. It's the draft order is another goal. How the hell have they kicked another goal? This is going to be 100 points. I called it. I called it before the game. It's going to be 100 points. They're up to 92 now. How the hell did that... What happened with Ainsworth there? How did they kick that? There was like a million players in that goal square. So the ball goes up. Farah drops the goal, and then he's just socketed it right through 3 of them. You're in the wrong sport, Ainsworth. You should be playing soccer, mate. Beautiful. They have pick 4. West Coast, Richmond, St Kilda. Where did St Kilda get pick 4 from? That can't be right. Oh, never mind. That was after round 19. Okay. You're giving me a heart attack. You were giving me a heart attack, fellow. You get 10 out of 10, and I'm not even watching. Oh, thanks, Dougie. Thanks, Doug. Much love, mate. Oh, Joel Jeffrey just waltzes away from Menzies. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Long! Couldn't hold on to the mark. Ainsworth feeds a handball. Only as far as Dersma. This is Newen. Stands up in the tackle very well. Pryor. What was that, son? Straight to, of all the people, Anderson to Took Miller. Pops it into the 50. Merritt! Captain gets in the way. Wants to go quick, but there was nobody there. So now we go short to Pryor. Fans it out wide, looking for Sard. Sard takes the ball for a little bit of a run. Handball up top to Clark. Handballs it further to Pidge McGrath. Runs away from his man, but his kick is shit. Only as far as Noble. And they celebrate his defensive efforts because it's a ball, it's a throw-in on the outer wing. Gold Coast's previous biggest win was 87 points. Oh, wow, really? So the Suns, not only are the Suns about to make finals, they're also going to break their all-time largest winning victory. Congratulations to the Suns. Historic night for him. Very impressive. You'd be very happy if you're a Suns supporter, which I know they don't exist. Merritt. Middle of the ground. Down the field. Free kick. Against Took Miller. All right, we're getting some sympathy free kicks now. Yeah, it's clearly after the kick, but very soft. Very, very soft. The sun rises. The sun rises. It's a brand new era for the Gold Coast. Brand new era. Boo! Shut up, Uncle Acker. Give us one goal. Come on, man. We need to have a goal a quarter at least. Liam McMahon, his dead-eyed dick inside 40 meters. You can trust him to kick it. And he does. Liam McMahon kicks the goal. It's back to 86 points, which still is the Gold Coast Suns' largest winning margin if this was the final margin. It is West Coast, Richmond, Essendon, Gold Coast, St Kilda, Hawthorn, Sydney Dogs. Yeah. So Lindsay with pick 5. And then who? Cummings? Pick 6. We need excellent list management, recruiting the right players, better player conditioning, player game style. Yeah. So essentially, Spiros, we need everything changed. I wonder where you heard that stat about McMahon. From you, Velo, from you. I got it from you, mate. Full credit to you. Oh, Anderson is just taking the piss. But that kick was shit. But yeah, Anderson's just taking the piss out of us right now. Look at him. He's smiling and laughing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This was just a heat check. It was just a heat check, guys. I'm having a lot of fun here. Leave me alone. Right. Ball thrown back into play. Peter Wright in the ruck this time. Redmond with the spin for no apparent reason. Just retreating backwards. Lots of forward pressure. Anderson gets the goal he was looking for. Anderson, go and buy a Tuts Lotto ticket tonight, mate. It's your world. We're all living in it. Just, mate, if your name is Noah, you are very happy right now. What a game by Anderson. He's just taking the piss. He just wants a goal. He just wants 3 goals. He wants all of the goals. How many goals for Anderson now? 6 goals for King, 2 goals for Rao, 2 goals for Anderson. He wants all the goals. He's like, not only are we going to win this game, we're going to win this game by 3 goals. It is 3. 3 goals. Noah Anderson. Wow. 35 scoring shots to 13. Oh, this is brutal. Brutal game. There's your vice captain for the All-Australian. Kako gets the ball in front of him, gets the clearing ball inside forward 50, goes over McMahon's head and dribbles out of bounds. Throw in forward 50 for the Bombers. But how soft is Dimmer Hardwick? Imagine Dimmer Hardwick runs away from Richmond, basically gets his mate kicked out of the job at Gold Coast so that he can take the job. Oh, seriously. Here you go. Good forward pressure by the boys at least. Nguyen pushes up, takes an intercept mark just outside forward 50. There is nothing obvious to go to. So he goes top of the goal square looking for Wright. There was no way in on heaven and on earth that Peter Wright was going to mark that ball. And the ball is punched over the line for a minus score. They have more behinds alone than we have scoring shots at the moment. Lindsay, Dersma, Sharp, Grill, and Taylor should be on Essendon's radar. Yeah, Dersma won't get to our pick. Sharp, I think, should go to West Coast. Taylor, I wouldn't mind either. Yeah, Lindsay and Taylor might be 2 good ones. Rowell and Nando, 163. Yeah, they've just both dominated. Dimmer is a way better coach. Yeah, of course, Dimmer's a way better coach. I completely get that. I completely get that. But like, he was a coach of another team. He was a coach of Richmond. Saw that it was going to be too hard to rebuild them, so he retires and immediately gets scouted by the Suns. Like, who then gets there, and then they sack their coach, who is his mate, to then get him on in the job. So, you know, the Suns were going to do what they were going to do. Like, for the Suns, it makes perfect sense. If there is a better coach available, we go and get them. But, like, it was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal, the way it happened. Nice snap goal there by Kako. Very nice. He's a good one. He is a shining light for us from this year. Isaac Kako is a shining light for us. Absolutely. Joe missed that goal. No, I was looking at it, but like, he's a good player. He does what a good small forward does. I've loved Isaac Kako's year. He's only gotten better as the season has gone on, which for a first-year player who's played every single game is really impressive. If anything, he's been given even more responsibility. Look at him. He's in the midfield. He's playing on ball. He busted through a tackler to feed it to Roberts there. Like, he has been genuinely a superstar for us in his first year. Kako is no Jesse Motflop, though. Yeah. They had to be brutal. Yeah. They had, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. The Suns did what they had to do, for sure. Like, for the Suns, it was the correct decision. Dimmer was nearly sacked before Richmond won its first premiership. Well done, Roberts! Well done, Roberts! Make him eat grass. Piss off, Noble. Who do you think you are, mate? You didn't even play in that Collingwood grand final. Just calm down. All right, well done. You've beaten a VFL team. Congratulations. You got caught. Shut up. Have your humble pie and piss off, mate. Menzies kicks the goal. Woohoo! Well done, Roberts. Get in his face and let him know about it. Just don't look at the scoreboard. Dimmer was nearly absolutely. There was a long period of time there. They decided to back him in, change the assistant coaches all around him, and for me, I think it made sense for them to back in Dimmer Hardwick for sure. Agree. Kako is terrific. Yeah, he's been terrific this year. Noble thinks he's the son of a great AFL coach. You wait till my father hears about this. Channeling is in a Draco Malfoy with that platinum blonde hair as well. That was pretty funny. Menzies might have saved his spot with his efforts tonight. Nah, drop him. I don't care. No way. This is a facade. This is a fugazi, Spiros. This is no. If the club is dead set serious about getting better, we 100% delist Menzies tonight. 100%. Farah! Oh, almost took a great mark, but he brought it to ground. Meanwhile, the Bombers can run the ball out with hands. Can Pryor get to it? Yes, he can. This is Clark. Are the Bombers about to play some spirited football for the last 6 minutes? Perhaps. Good work there by Blackiston. Finds Durham. This is Shield. He doesn't know how to kick, but for once he can. And he hits up Menzies. Are the Bombers about to just not lose by the Suns' biggest ever margin? It's 79 points. What did they say was the largest margin before? 76? Could the Bombers avoid the wooden spoon of playing against Gold Coast? Menzies steps up. Shocking kick as expected. And the ball goes through for a rushed behind. I want Menzies gone too, but you know what our club is like? No, I know what our club is like. I know what our club has been like. But I'm really hoping that we've changed with Rosa at the helm. I really hope we've changed. Dodoro is gone. We're not making those shit decisions anymore, hopefully. Lual steps through, feeds it to Merritt. He doesn't have the pill, umpire. He doesn't have the ball. Lual was just ball watching. He had to go for it himself. Merritt was shielding for him. He didn't do it. And now the Suns are going to be out. The Suns are out here, and it's an easy mark to read. Yep. Suns have gone to the casino to celebrate. Yeah, that's it, man. They're going all on red. All on red at the roulette table, baby. What do you have against Menzies? He is no good. Menzies is not a good footballer. Plain and simple. He's not a good footballer. He can't kick more than 30 meters. And he's unreliable in front of the sticks. And too often he does nothing. He's been in the system for long enough, and he has not progressed anywhere near as much as he ought to have. King takes a wonderful mark. Reed faked everybody out. It looked like he was going for goal, but it was like, no siree. I am going to give it to my boy King. Long live the King. He's gone for 7 goals, if you don't mind. I hope we've changed. Yeah, I hope so. Damo! How you doing, Damo? Good to see you, mate. King for 7. Well, he's about to get it. You'd think it's hard for him to miss from here. And he doesn't. What is King's PB? Lual doesn't look AFL material. Nah, he's not. He does not, unfortunately. I wouldn't give Lual a contract myself, personally. Yeah, he's a goer. He's a trier. But, alas, 7-1. 7 goals, 1. Exactly. He's been very good. Not quite 10, but still a great game. Absolutely. He's almost single-handedly outscored the whole Bombers team. He has been wonderful, King. And I think he's put it to bed, yes. This is the better King brother. They've got the better King brother. But there you go. 84 points. It's a career-high 7 for Ben. He's never kicked 7. Well, what a time to do it. Right when your team needed you. Roberts. I think he's basically played the whole last quarter in the midfield, Roberts. Blackiston. What a kick by Blackiston. Give this guy 3 years. Why does Blackiston not have a contract yet? What is going on? Give Blackiston a contract. That was wonderful. Here we have, Wits looking proppy. What's wrong with Witsy? It's all right. Enjoy your week off next week. I reckon our backline is currently the shortest backline in the AFL. It probably is. It probably is. Especially when you take out Blackiston when he's in the ruck. Cannot compare a dud with an AFL player, Joe. Who am I comparing? Blackiston? Bro, Blackiston ain't a dud. Blackiston's a superstar. I love Blackiston. He's my boy. Roberts is also my boy. Nguyen. Roberts. Tashiel. Stripped of it. Farah. Oh, Max and Ben. True. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Can't compare. There's always a better twin, isn't there? There's always a good twin and a bad twin. Nguyen. Claimed immediately by Farah. Ball still in dispute. The Suns, they've still got the appetite. The Suns really want to win by 100. Witsy's resting forward. Good spoil by someone. He gets the handball away. Merritt brought down the big man. They're really fighting for 100, and Answorth, after all of that, still gets the goal. You can just see the desperation with which the Bombers are playing. But they're just... It's boys against men. It's boys against men. Answorth kicks the goal. It's up to 83 points again. 89 points. Blackiston is worth persevering. Yeah, 100% Blackiston is worth persevering with. I like him a lot. Blackiston was a ruckman at East Freo before he picked him up. Has looked serviceable as a defender, but, well, he would not be playing as a defender if all of our defenders are back in the side. He would certainly be playing more as a ruckman. I do see a lot of Blixarves in him. He could very well end up being our Blixarves. I really do like him. The problem is we've needed to play him in the back line because we have no one who's 2 meters tall in the back line. And you just see, put the ball high up in the air and we're screwed. It's just what everyone's been doing week in, week out. So we have to play him in defense, unfortunately, as out of necessity. Here we go. Blackiston again. Oh, slipped the crucial time. That's not very good. They get away with it. New win, good spoil. Oh, Sada's injured too now. You love to see it. Everyone's dropping like flies. Buderi kicks the ball inside the forward line. Witts almost outmarks Redman. Steps inside on Redman if you don't mind. Buderi handballs back. Jeffrey gets away from Menzies. Of course he does. He gets away from Menzies twice. Lawal said, sit your ass down, Menzies. This is how you tackle. Holy crap. Lawal just said, sit down, Menzies. You can't tackle to save your life. I'll show you how it's done. Wow. Unbelievable. Harry and Ben? Bro, we all know Harry's the better twin. Same thing with Chris and Brad Scott. We know Chris is the better one. There's always a good and a bad twin. They're not equal. Not all twins are equal, unfortunately. Sard. Oh, sold the dummy, but then he got caught by Yuland. Ah, good desperation. Gold Coast want to smash us by 100. Dimmer loves smashing Essendon even when he coached Rich. 100%. 100%. Look, I know he's a premiership player for us, but I feel like ever since we turned him down from the coaching job, he's been anti-us, hasn't he? Blackiston may play. Yeah, agreed. He might be really good in that position too. Lulu is a good tackler. He is a very good tackler. Fortunately, Menzies isn't. 33 seconds on the clock. Are you going to kick a goal? On the siren? Is that what you're going to do? Maybe after the siren. Just kick the ball high. Just kick the ball high and long. It is a guaranteed strategy against the Bombers. Just kick the ball high and long. We've got no height. We can't bring the ball to ground. And right on cue, Witsy steps up and takes a towering mark. This, for them to score over 150 points. He's not known for his goal kicking, Big Wits. But if he does, no way. No way. Witsy kicks the goal. Well done, Suns. Well done, Suns. Congratulations. 95 points. You scored 153. And you're playing finals for the first time in your history. Unfortunately, you're going to get smacked, but enjoy it for now. Wow. What a game. What a game. 23 goals, 15 behinds, 153 to the Bombers 8-10-58. When you've got Jared Witts kicking set shot goals from 45 meters out, you know it's your night. Unbelievable. Menzies just showed why Essendon 100% Velo. Yeah, man, Witsy kicked it. Who would have thought? Shield 129 wants that new contract. Yeah, but it won't be at Essendon, that's for sure. So I really could not care less. Wherever he goes, they're screwed. Suns may win a final before Essendon or Carlton. I don't know. They might surprise Freo like Freo did the Doggies. Well, I tipped Freo to beat the Dogs because we know the Dogs are flat track bullies. The Dogs have only beaten one side in the top 8. So that we know this is a problem for the Dogs. And I tipped Freo. So I wasn't surprised that Fremantle won. But Fremantle at home hosting the Suns. The Suns might have that euphoric nature of, yeah, they beat them twice. But it's still the same one team. Like, it's still the same team. They just matched up against him. Well, just came back to this. Whoever said they'll put $100 on, yeah. Yeah. $100 on Essendon to win was just ridiculous. That was never going to happen. It was never on the cards. It was always going to be the Suns winning this. It was just a question of how much. But yeah, the Dockers at home have got finals experience, whereas the Suns right now are a little bit euphoric. They've finally done it. They've finally achieved it. They're finally playing, finals. It was really nerve-wracking last week. They choked against Port, and they're now celebrating that they're finally there. Can they back it up? Can they, that sense of achievement of making finals, can they put that aside and say now we're back to, square zero? We're back to the starting line. Let's no longer be satisfied with having made finals. We now have to be really hungry for the flag. I don't know if the Suns can do that. Personally, I don't. They're really happy right now, and rightfully so. They should be happy. But Fremantle have got finals experience. Fremantle, I think, have matured a lot. And I think Fremantle at home had to work their ass off to win their last game, whereas the Suns have really cruised to a win here. They really cruised to the win. And I do think it's important that you do be battle-hardened. And I think Fremantle are battle-hardened. And they'll have their fans in full voice. Their fans will be the 19th man on the field. So I'm really willing to back in the Dockers to beat the Suns. Do I give the Suns zero chance? No, not zero chance. But I think the Dockers are the better team. Well, that is a good win. Sorry you missed the last half. I was betting on the Dish Leagues and picked up a lazy $1,000. Congratulations, Mark, on a $1,000 win. Don't mind that. Very nice. AFL tipping has Port 71 to Gold Coast 0. Oh, good to see you. Good to see you, Henry. Have a good night, my friend. AFL tipping has Port 71 to Gold Coast 0. Really? Interesting. I think Rioli changes the Suns team dramatically. They do. He is very important for them. Absolutely. First game back, he's very good. But he's also pretty injury prone. You never know. He could, if he does another injury in that game. But traveling out west, there's some real big boys there for the Dockers in that forward line. And he is a really good pickup for him. I do agree. But I still would be leaning towards Fremantle. Shield was a perfect example of why Dodoro was making the wrong recruiting decisions. Shield was a player to handball to once it was clear. Yeah, exactly. 100% Spiros. 100%. He was never the right call to make. And a lot of people would have certainly have picked up on that over the course of the year. To get up 2 first-round draft picks for him. Port Adelaide 71, Gold Coast 0. Interesting. I wonder why they did that. That's pretty weird. But yeah, Shield was never going to work for us. They do have to win away from home, and historically that's been the Gold Coast Suns' biggest problem, being able to win away from home. Gold Coast has a lot of talent, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, they do have a lot of talent. They do. But so do Fremantle. Fremantle have so much talent. You just, look at that midfield mix. Like, they actually have right now, so tonight's game, the Suns completely obliterated the Bombers in the midfield, and that was always going to happen. And especially then when you had someone like, Goldstein go down with injury, then the hitouts also just ballooned in their favor as well. But it's a different mix entirely against Fremantle, because Fremantle's midfield, the rucks, Darcy and Jackson, not going to be as easy as what they had tonight. And then also you look at their midfield, tough midfield, Sarong, Brayshaw and Young. that trio goes head to head with anybody. So it's not going to be easy for the Suns. They're really going to be challenged. So yeah, they do have a lot of talent, but so do Freo. And they've also got Murphy Reed as well. Murphy Reed was sensational. Even when the Dockers were behind playing against the Dogs, Murphy Reed was sensational. So Adelaide, Brisbane, GWS and Freo to win the first week. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Why are they acting like they won the flag? It's because it's their first ever finals appearance. This is they're playing finals before Isaac Rankin is. They're playing finals before Isaac Rankin is. Isaac Rankin left them, and he's not playing finals. But yeah, look at the record. The last 5. The Dockers 4 out of 5. I think it might come down to the coaches with the experience Hardwick has. Yeah, that's right. Hardwick does have finals experience for sure. Agreed. But the players don't. Like Noble does, Rioli does, but for the most part, they're feeling happy. You know, they're feeling accomplished. But you can't go into that final in week 1 feeling accomplished. You can't. You have to be willing to start from scratch again. You have to. First week of finals is the best with the 4 great games. 100% agree, Spiros. 100%. I think it should be required viewing for them. 100%. They should. All right. Guys. Same as Lukosius. True, Lukosius. That's right. But, like I said, they're here. They're singing the song. They're going to belt it loud. They're going to be proud. They're finally playing in September. Congratulations to them. Congratulations. Finally, they're finally doing it. But, yeah, I don't know. That's where I think it's with Hardwick. Hardwick will keep them grounded, do you reckon? Man, they had the same number of ground ball gets as we did. You know, like it's no drive home tomorrow. Probably there is. It's Thursday. We'll have to review. We'll have to react. Well, there'll be the AFLW to react to, I guess. The team sheets for the AFLW. We'll do that. But I will be calling it a night. So, congratulations to the Suns. History has been made. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. It wasn't as funny as we hoped it was going to be, but congratulations to the Suns. They did what they had to do. They saw it through, and they finally made it through to their maiden finals appearance. Thanks very much for joining me. If you enjoyed, please drop me a like. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell. Anytime, Velo, as you know. And we'll see you next week for the next Watchalong. Thanks, Spiros. Much love, mate. So, yes, there will be a live Watchalong next week for the games as well. So, yeah, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss out on that. And we wait for Joe's team review. It won't be tonight. I'm cooked tonight. Maybe I might record it tomorrow after the team review, after the live stream. Just have to find a time to do it. But it will be done. Don't worry about it. It will be done. So have a good night, guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.